Welcome back, everybody, to day 76 of Vibe Coding an app until I make $1 million. Today is going to be a great day. And before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be working on today, and then also talk a little bit about a word that I've written up on the board that I believe to be very, very important. The word today is unfazed. And the reason that I bring that word up and that I want to talk about it is because with whatever you're doing, with whatever goals you have, with whatever you're doing in life, you have to be unfazed by positive or negative results. That means when things are going well, you need to be unfazed. When things are hard, you need to be unfazed. If you are just solely focused on the mission and where you want to go, you don't have to worry about anything else, guys. You don't have to worry about literally anything else because you're so locked in on the vision and the mission that you're trying to accomplish that you don't have to worry about anything else. And I'll kind of draw something up on the board here to explain what this idea is. So if you break it down, let's say you have a 1 week period, right? 1 week, 1 month, and then 1 year, okay? Well, in the 1 week period, things can go like this, right? And then 1 month, you know, things maybe go down. But then over a year, let's say that this is where you want to be in a year, okay? You don't have to worry about any of these positive ups or downs. Don't even worry about any of these because this is where you're going. So don't let any positive or negative things affect you in your journey to the top. I know I'm not. Lately, things have been blowing up for Bridgemind. Everything has been going very, very well. And it's just something that I want to talk about because no matter what happens, my mindset will not be affected by positive or negative outcomes in what we're doing. So with that being said, let me drop in the link to the stream and we're going to get started here. But if you guys are just tuning in, welcome back to another day. I'm going to pull up chat here. All right, here we go. What's up, guys? Shout out to J35. J35 was the first one on the stream today. Thanks, J35. What's up, man? How's it going? The Awakened, what's up? What's going on? Vimal, what's up? Where am I from? I'm from the US. Jesse Pinkman, what's up, man? Good to see you. Vimal, what's up? Yeah, Jesse, I'm doing good today. I hope you guys are doing good. But yeah, we're going to lock in for about 4 hours today and just grind, guys. Yesterday was another huge breakthrough day, and something really, really cool that we're now working on is this create wizard. So I want to pull this up inside a cursor and kind of just expand it here so you guys can see where we left off. I was working last night. I ended up not doing a stream because sometimes I just like to work and just have some classical music playing, just kind of like take it easy and do some work on my own time. But last night I made significant progress. So this wizard is now very, very well functioning. It works very well. You can go through and you start out with selecting the brand profile. So if I choose Bridgemind, that profile has several different, connected accounts with it. And then you can select the format. So let's say I chose single image. I then select the accounts that are compatible with that potential format. So I can do boom, 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 or I can leave Instagram out, and then I go to continue to publish. And what we're going to be working on today is we're actually going to be working on the logic to make sure that we can publish to all of these platforms from this create wizard. So with that being said, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to drop the link in the chat and then do a couple things on my end to get the stream started. But like normal, guys, we're going to make today a great day. Let's get it. All right, let's go. All right, so this is now working very, very well. Let me pull up chat. Let me get everything going. And there we go. Vimal asked, what is your stack? So I use Next on the front end, Nest on the back end, and Postgres in the database. Vimal, you can look in the description down below. So here we are, generate with AI. So you can now generate with AI. So let's say that we wanted to create an image. So last night I was working on this modal. And this modal, let's just say, create an image of a man flying in a flying car, hyper realistic. Okay, and then we're going to choose square. We're going to generate this image, and this is going to generate. And let me move this over here real quick. 1 second, guys. All right, let's move this over here. So that's now generated. And let's see it. So here it is, flying car image. That's fine. So caption. So a couple things I want to work on to get us started is that we need a way to make it so that users can easily caption. Like, I don't want them to have to do anything, okay? Let's move the desk down here. I'm gonna sit for a little bit. But yeah, I think that you know, the graph that I wrote up here with being unfazed and not letting these day-to-day ups and downs, and that's the thing that's important that I think a lot of people miss, is that the ups are just as dangerous as the downs, if that makes sense. So, for example, you know, days that are incredibly positive are dangerous because they give you this inflated view of what you're accomplishing when that up is not actually the main goal. You know, if we go back up here, this is where we're headed, guys. So, you know, if we have an up day, it's nothing compared to where the actual goal is. So, you know, yesterday, I don't know if you guys knew this, Hypertech, what's up? You know, we actually had statistically the best day on the stream yesterday. I think we had like 130 concurrent watchers at one point. And we were just doing our normal thing. So everything that we're doing here, this community is growing. The mission is getting bigger. And I just want to elaborate that that is not going to affect me in any way, shape, or form, because it doesn't matter. You know, it's not the end goal. And I have my eyes fixed, and I mean fixed, on that end goal. And nothing is going to affect where we're headed and the vision that I have. So I do have a couple agents running behind here. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I believe I finished off yesterday with a potential plan. So I was planning out yesterday where I left off in my own private work, is we're working on this create wizard, okay? And with this create wizard, what we need to accomplish is we need to accomplish the ability for users to go end to end from selecting their brand profile. And also, I don't know what you guys think about this, but we're probably going to change the name of brand profiles to something else. Hypertech, yeah. Kasik, what's up? Purgy, so technically we do have up on the board that January 21st, 2026 is when we're planning on launching ViewCreator 2.0. And the reason that it's that date is because I know that getting verified is going to be something that is a process in itself. So let me actually get back up, and we're going to write some goals up on the board here, because I think that it's very, very important to set goals of what you want to accomplish every single day, so that you actually have things that you're working towards. So let's erase this graph. Again, you have to be unfazed. Don't let the ups and downs of short-term time frames affect you, okay? Keep your vision. Don't let positive or negative things affect you. Be unfazed, okay? So number one goal is we're gonna get this create wizard working. In production too. That's the number one goal. That is a huge goal, guys. We are gonna get this create wizard working in production, okay? And how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna make it so that, you know, there's gonna be some guards where only I am able to use some of these features. And, you know, regardless how this works, so if you guys have worked with any APIs with scheduling, how it works is you can easily create what's called like a sandbox or a test account and integrate with the Google API, or integrate with the TikTok API, or integrate with the X API, or integrate with the Facebook or the Instagram API. But the thing is they're only going to work for the accounts that you actually have set up as a test user. So my accounts are the only ones that are set up to actually work with these integrations that we have. So what we can do is we can test this in production, right? And we can test these features in production, but until we get verified, this, like ViewCreator 2.0 is not gonna be usable to the end user, okay? Because right now it's like, hey, we have it working, we have things functional, but until we get verified, it's not gonna work. So number two, after we get this, we need to review the limits, or no, we need to review verification for each platform. So I'm just going to say review verification for each. And the reason that I'm writing that is because I haven't done like a huge deep dive yet on like having a conversation with AI on, hey, what is it actually going to take like time frame wise to get this approved? Because obviously ViewCreator 2.0 is going to be an incredibly powerful product. Like you guys can see that this product is so demoable, it's so usable that this is probably going to be doing high amounts of MRR very, very quickly. So let me start a poll real quick, guys. If you guys are just tuning in, you haven't already liked the video, liked the stream, make sure you do so. It actually really helps support the community and the mission. Also, could I have a mod drop in the Discord link? Just the Discord link, that would be super helpful. So, you know, we're gonna take a look at that, but before we get to that, what we need to do is we need to polish this, okay? So we need to polish, Kaushik said, I'm working on my project too. Also, I would love to work and grow with BridgeMind. Yeah, absolutely. As you guys know, I am hiring a team of Vibe coders. So I have a ton of applications. I've been overwhelmed with the amount of interest that we've had for that Vibe coder position. So I am having several conversations. But right now, you know, I think that I'm going to play it slow and make sure that I bring the right people on at the right time. So Purge said, tried using PostgreSQL for product analytics, feature A/B testing, etc. Not to distract you, but worth looking into in your spare time. Yeah, thank you for the recommendation. I definitely am going to integrate PostgreSQL. I think that we're going to do that when we do have a little bit more time and things are a little bit calmed down. So let's go down here and I'm going to now say, great, now I need you to create a plan, and then I need you to update the code respectively with your plan. All right, and we're using GPT-5 Codex High Fast for this. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it. J35 also dropped one. I'm gonna just pin Jesse's though. Hypertext said, adding a UGC creator feature will make it very famous because for brand owners like me, we'll use that feature for most of the time to make ads. Yeah. BFR said, was the real generator fixed yesterday? Yeah, so the real generator works. So now we have, you know, this create wizard. In 1 second, I actually want to check this real quick. What did this do? What is that EMV for? I hate managing extra EMVs. Andriel, how's it going? The UGC one is a big feature. Yeah, for sure. Yep. 1 second. Oh, guys, I've got some cool news, by the way. Today I literally bought a cold plunge. So, you know, I do go to this cold plunge place. I did it this morning, but I also just bought one because now I'll be able to, you know, do cold plunges anytime I want, which will be nice. Like, just like end of day and stuff will be really healthy. All right, let's take a seat. Let's sit down and lock in. We got 2 big goals up on the board. These are big goals. These are, if we can get these done, those move forward us in a pretty big way. Okay. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in today, right now we are polishing up the create wizard is what I'm calling it. So as you guys know, yesterday we made it so that we do have the end-to-end deployment working, where you can go from actually connecting your account and then creating content, either uploading your own or creating it with AI. But now we actually have to have a comprehensive wizard that will be able to post to multiple platforms at once. So that means that, you have these different routes and these different schemas that we do have working. So for example, we do have publishing to X working. We do have publishing to Instagram working. We do have publishing to Facebook working. We do have publishing to TikTok working. We do have publishing to YouTube working. But now, instead of having those be separate pages with separate API routes, we now need to bring them into a unified system, because it's the power of that unified system where you can go through this flow. And last night actually, I made it so that, hey, you can now go here and you can go, like, here are the different formats. If you guys remember, purge the switch to no free plans. It's going good. Right now you can actually still sign up for a free plan technically, because there's a fallback. There's a default fallback, but that's going to get patched here today. I'm actually working on it in a Codex agent behind my cursor window. This one's, it's called the free sign up lockdown. So freeloaders, you have about 30 minutes left and then your time is expiring. But yeah, so you can now, so yesterday we were going over this, right? And we were kind of talking about on stream, we were saying, okay, what formats actually are there, right? For all these different social media platforms, like what formats are there? And what we came up with is we came up with 5 different format types. People on social media, they post short videos that are 9:16. They post long videos, which are 69. And technically, this actually, probably should change to a different flow. We don't need to worry about it for now, but these don't really need to have it. Yeah, J35 said, looks like I have to grind for your accounts. Yeah. Azad, right now it's just me, but right now we're actually looking to grow the team. So as you guys know, I am hiring Vibe coders. So if you haven't already applied, I have over 75 applications. So I will say that for those of you that have applied, I am getting around. There's just so much interest that it's going to get hard to get through that. But just to kind of reiterate, what I look for when I am hiring people is I do factor in GitHub a lot in my hiring decisions. So for example, if I go to somebody's GitHub and they only have like 400 commits in the last year, it's kind of a turn off. Like, I think in order to be a really good developer and to be somebody that really is next level, that would be a good fit on the super team, you probably need to have over 2,000 commits in the last year minimum. That's just kind of how I approach it. In the past 3 years, I think my GitHub commits are like over 7,000. So, just to put there, it's like 7,800 or something like that. So, to put that into perspective, I know, hey, you learn how to program by building, right? And you learn how to build things by actually building things. So for me, factoring in how many commits somebody actually has on GitHub is always a big thing. Jesse said, I'll be damned then. Jesse, how many commits do you have? Azad said, I think you should get a full team about that. Working in something like that with one mindset is hard. Wait, what do you mean? So we can now go to single image, and then this is the step where you can select the different accounts that are associated with that profile, okay? So you set up a brand profile. Oh, Jesse, you just started? That's all right, man. But yeah, I mean, the purpose of a super team is that's the reason I need people that have significant levels of experience. I'm not looking to become a mentor. I'm looking to become, the leader of a team that is a team of highly driven people. J35 said, I mean, if a person has 400 commits with good quality of commits, in my opinion, he is much more better than 2,000 commits, specifically with AI and all people be committing anything. Yeah, J35, I think there's some truth to that, for sure. Okay, so we can do single image, and we can do image to image. So I'll just show you this here. So I'm going to drop in, let's just, go here and let's throw the glasses on. And I'll show you this. And we're going to just do I'm going to take a picture here of myself. I'm going to upload this. And then now, what we can do is now we can actually go back and we can say, okay, use this, create an image of this man in a tech with a simple tech background that says vibe coding pioneer. All right, vibe coding pioneer. Good. This here. Imperium, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Azad said, good luck, brother. I'm a cybersecurity guy. If you need anything, I'm ready. Thank you, man. Yeah, if you haven't already applied, I would recommend you do. So yeah, vibe coding pioneer, tech background, perfect. And then here's what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to let this one finish, because remember, with this creation wizard, what needs to happen is we need to be able to click, when we click publish, what should happen is it's going to redirect us to what's called the jobs page. And the jobs page, because there's different jobs, like when I click publish, it's not going to a singular route that's calling, a singular service. And maybe it should. Hold on. We'll have to review this and make sure that we have this set up correctly. Krutar said, I just saw your recent video on how you invested $25,000. It really inspires me that people like you are increasing and supporting vibe coding. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, is that I think that I 100% believe that vibe coding is the future of software development. There's no doubt in my mind. And for the past 3 years, I've fully adopted this this way of development. And, I do get tons of hate, especially as this platform gets bigger and Bridgemind gets bigger. I get tons of hate on people that essentially hate vibe coding and what it stands for. But the thing is that vibe coding is really just a next generation software engineer that is able to, that they understand how to integrate AI into their workflow, and you do have an understanding of the code base, and you do have an understanding of what's going on, and you do know how to build, and you do know network infrastructure, and you know all these things, but you're integrating AI into the development process in a way that makes you just a next level software engineer. WebDev Cody said, for publishing to YouTube, how long was your approval process? So yeah, so we're gonna be looking into that today. So I just got started with the test account, right? And that's why, it's November 12th right now. And I have up on the board that the launch for ViewCreator 2.0 is going to be January 1st, 2026, because I don't know how long the approval process is going to take for each of these platforms. So we are going to be taking a look at that as well. J35 said, you can join the Discord and help him find bugs. In my opinion, I try to make my words speak for me. Maxologies, what's up, man? I have not moved away from AWS. I'm still on AWS for ViewCreator, but for Vibe Academy, I am going to be using Supabase just because I think it's a little bit better for vibe coding. I think you can build faster with it with the MCPs, and it's very nice. Gut5 said, do you think I'm rightfully fearful to use open source Chinese models, or have I just been brainwashed? I mean, I don't really have much of an opinion on that. I don't use Chinese models, like in my daily workflow. But yeah, Linux says that there's nothing to fear from them in his opinion. Yeah, but Chris Eddy, the thing is that, the world of development is changing to where you don't, it doesn't matter. You're not going to have to write hello world. You don't have to even write it. I would literally just say, yeah, I mean, I don't think that you're going to need to learn that. All right, this is working for a bit. Let's check our Codex agents here. Do a complete review of your updates and do a review and identify any issues that you see with them, or if we are good to push to production. Run npm run build and fix any build errors. Fix these issues. Create a robust plan that will not impact existing functionality but will patch the vulnerabilities. Azad, awesome. Yeah, Imperium said, I think we need to maintain changelogs of ViewCreator AI in Discord for the community to know what's live and what's in progress. There's so much that, I mean, you know, the way that I see it is that this ViewCreator 2.0 update is the big update, okay? That is when, once we actually have that live in production, that's when I'm gonna be comfortable with putting significant amounts of money into marketing, okay? Like right now with ViewCreator 1.0, which is really just a place where, you know, you can have AI tools to create content, and then it's almost like ChatGPT, how I originally had, where you can have ViewCreator open on one end, use the AI tools, and then you have you know your platform open on the other, and you can do stuff with it. But now we're integrating it into all one cohesive platform that truly is a revolutionary platform. So once we get that working, we're pretty much just going to go absolutely all in on marketing and really take this to the next level. Collective of Mankind said, not you again, Matt. Always driving me to fulfill my purpose. Let's go. Droid Tech, what's up? Good morning, King. Let's go. J35, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a good idea from Imperium. Azad said, love you, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah. I mean, chatbots are like, you know, a relic at this point. Nobody needs a chatbot. Okay, continue with these updates. Make sure you update the README as well to go along with and update the plan. Yeah, Kronos, yep. You have to be able to master the AI tools. You know, in the next level of technology, you're going to need the most valuable employees. The most valuable people are going to be the people that understand how to use AI 100%. All right. All right, guys, let's do some push-ups. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So this is now getting updated, which we need. Bateman vibes, let's get it. Web dev Cody, that's funny. All right, so what's going on here? Summary. All right, so let's actually see if we can get this working. Let's do a quick run through and a test. Looks like this is good to go. So let's now run through it. Let's just do a single image to X, Facebook, Instagram, continue to publish. And then create an image of a futuristic city, hyper realistic image. A very simple prompt. Let's go. All right. Can it actually, if it can take in the media, that would be insane. For the caption, I don't even know if that works. Oh, wow. So we'll make this better. All All right, so let's just try publish now. I don't think that this is gonna work, to be honest. If it does, I'll be impressed. It should navigate to the jobs page, but I don't think it did. You can see the jobs did get kicked off, but yeah. So I just got redirected to jobs. So this is not what I wanted. So first of all, what actually happened? Here, let's check. So let's go to X and see, did this post on X? Yeah, wow. Okay, so there the post is on X. And now, so that one was supposed to go to X, Instagram, and what, Facebook, right? Yeah. It was X, Instagram, and Facebook. So I'll just continue as ViewCreator here. Ah, shoot, I've got MFA. J35, I think we'll have to take a look at it. There's a couple things wrong, but I just want to check, like, is it actually publishing to all three, right? That's important. So yeah, so look at this. So there, you guys can see on my phone, so it published it to Instagram as well. And let's see, on Facebook, did it publish it to Facebook as well? Because those are the three that I was supposed to publish to. So yeah, so guys, that's insane. You know, in just a couple days, you know, we have this fully configured. We're gonna need to get this up into production and start testing into production. But if you guys are just tuning in, you know, what we built is we now have it so that, you know, what we did is we started off with just building, you know, AI tools, right? So we started building off AI content generation tools, okay? So we started off building AI content tools, and then we started working on the APIs, and now we're creating a unified API where, you know, from one dashboard, you're able to go, and it's this create dashboard. You can just walk through and say, okay, I'm working on, which brand am I working on? Am I working on ViewCreator? So I click on ViewCreator, and then I'm saying, okay, what do I want to work on? Do I want to click? I have no compatible accounts. I don't have my X account hooked up for ViewCreator. But then I can go to single image. I can select the accounts I'm going to post to, and then I can either upload my own media or I can generate with AI, all in the same platform. And then once you click publish, it's going to be able to publish to all those platforms. So for content creators and people that are trying to scale, this is incredible. Tony, what's up? Yeah, today's a great day, guys. But yeah, so let's actually start to take a look at this now, because the one thing that I didn't like was it redirected to jobs, and it shouldn't be doing that. So if I go to platform tools, the Instagram publish page, as you guys know, this page, you can just generate, watch this, guys. So if I click generate with AI, let's just generate a 4-second video, create a video of a dog talking about vibe coding, saying that vibe coding is the future. Vibe coding is the future, and then 4 seconds, it's gonna be, yes, audio on. I want it as a 916. Generate video, okay? So we're gonna generate this video. Yeah, Krutar said, I get it. Coding is just evolving. I've built 2 web apps plus 1 mobile app, not uploaded yet. GitHub isn't strong, but I can't tell. But can I still apply for the internship? Just want to knowledge absorb from devs like you. Yeah, so I mean, the perspective that I have is I'm not trying to bring on people to mentor. I'm trying to bring on people that are going to be part of that. That's why I called it a super team. I think that, you know, if I end up having to manage a bunch, I'm decent at it. But in terms of like management, I could be a little bit rough on the edges, just in terms of like, I am about getting shit done, like 100%. So in terms of like teaching and like leading people, like there's so much potential at BridgeMind that the people that we need to bring on the team are people that are like kind of like next level. So I hope that makes sense. Tony, I hope your exams went good. McNeve, how's it going? Let's go. So let's drop this down a little bit. Let's lock in right now. So we're doing a just as Sora. So here it is. This dog is supposed to be saying vibe coding is the future. So let's see.
Vibe coding is the future.
Oh my gosh.
Coding is the future.
I don't know if Sora did a good job on that one, guys. That was a bad one.
Vibe coding is the future.
That's fine. Alright, because I just really want to test this. So let's click publish. And what should happen, okay, so it's this page here. Okay, it's Instagram publishing. Okay. So as you guys can see on this page, this is where you can see the actual jobs publishing, okay? So this is what I want to create. I want to create a similar page I want you to create a new page at just /publishing where users will be redirected. Yeah, definitely stick with Einstein. The dog was not good. So that you have a nice, view where you're able to watch the publishing queue, right? And they can see all posts that are publishing, not just Instagram specific. After a user clicks publish in the @create page, this is where they should be redirected. Yeah. Also, the my prompt was not that good. It was kind of just a quick test prompt. Build this new page and the logic for it, and update create to redirect to this page, respectively. Okay. Also, if you guys are watching, haven't already liked or subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's see here. Zippy Zach, thank you, over on Twitch. Appreciate it. A web dev, Cody, I do use Whisperflow. Sometimes I just like to type better. OpenRouter costs? I don't really use OpenRouter. I use it a little bit, but I typically just use the cursor pricing. All right. Hyper said, are you planning on image to video though? Yeah, it's already there. That logic's already there. So if you go to the create page and let's just do this one. You can do generate with AI and then image to videos right here. So this is what I was working on last night. I wasn't streaming when I was working on this last night. I just wanted to lock in peacefully. But yeah, I mean, this just works flawlessly. I mean, it's just very, very well built. Yeah, so Hypertech, one thing to note is that, with face swapping and lip syncing, an issue is that you a lot of times get hit with the content policy violation. So with Sora is like very, very strict about face, like doing lip syncing and face, like they don't want deep fakes. So it's frustrating because like they block, yesterday we were testing it and they were just blocking everything, So, we'll see if we can figure out a way to get out of that. But which plan do I use in Cursor? I have the Ultra plan in Cursor, and then I usually go over it. Pyrium said image to video is Sora. It supports real images. Yeah. Wait, Pyrium, do you mean like, well, that was the problem, is that we were getting hit with content policy violations when we were trying to upload real images. So this now is going to be able to redirect. Zippy Zach, do I have a raid on Twitch? I actually don't even know what that is, to be honest. Collective of Mankind said, unpopular opinion, I actually prefer typing prompts to allow me to be more specific and thoughtful. Yeah, I actually have the same thing. Like sometimes I'll type them out just because I feel like I can, there's nothing wrong with typing. Whisperflow is nice, but there are uncensored 1-2 providers. Yeah, that's what Imperium was using yesterday. Let's go over on FAL and see. Is that, let's see if that is offered over on Foul. So let's go over to Foul dashboard here. And let's see if that is actually offered. I would be very interested to see if any 1, 2 models are offered on Foul. Okay, 1, 2, image to video. So are these models is this it right here? 1, 2, image to video. I don't know why Foul AI is kind of slow right now. DSAD, what's up, man? What are the goals today? So the goals today, for anybody that missed them, here, let me kind of back the camera out a little bit. So the goals today, number 1 up here, we have 2 goals written down. They're a little bit like, they're really important. So we're just gonna write 2 down. We'll see how far we can get, and then we'll write more accordingly. But yeah, so create working in production. When I say create working in production, we're talking about this create flow. I actually want to make it so that you can use this create flow in production. And that means that all this code that we have working locally that is part of ViewCreator 2.0 is going to need to be deployed to production so that I can actually connect my accounts and get them working in production, which would be a huge milestone for us. Now, we're still not verified, and that brings us into, you know, the second portion of what that is. So, you know, if I go back out, we're gonna be reviewing the verification process for each of these APIs. So right now, as you guys know, we went in less than a week, we were able to connect all these different APIs and build this functionality. I think we literally, didn't we start up working on the YouTube API, I think on like Thursday, right? I think it was Thursday of last week, and literally inside of 1 week, we got all this working. So now we're gonna have to transition and say, okay, we have this working in production, but it's only for me. So now how do we actually get verified so that all users can use it, and what are our rate limits gonna look like? So definitely a very important thing to understand. Yeah, Juan, okay. Yeah, wow, Tony, they don't respond. Yeah, Mohammed. So Mohammed just said, can I use X posting feature right now? This is a must feature. Believe it or not, I have a list of 250 users all asking for this feature, as I am currently doing it manually for them, manually generate and post. Yeah, so, you know, we need to get approved. Like I said, you know, we have it working, and literally it's in this create. Like, for example, if I do a short video, I can post it to X, I can post it to YouTube, I can post it to Facebook, I can post it to Instagram, I can post it to TikTok. But the thing is, that's only going to be for me personally. I have to get approved. I have to go through the verification process. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that today, but we'll see. ViewCreator has over 700 users. Cody said Replicate has Juan at 2.2 fast model. Replicate, well, we're using FAL, so is Juan Preview, like, how good is this? Is it, and how expensive? Oh wait, your request will cost 5 cents. That's an image to image to video. Wow. So 10 cents per second, 15 cents per second. Does it have audio? I don't think it has audio, does it? Yeah, these models don't have audio. That is high quality though. Wow, look at that. Dang. I mean, you can see where the technology is headed, can't you guys? Can you try to have a mic option in creating and posting comments? What do you mean? I mean a mic option? Like where you can talk to it? Okay, not run. Where are we at on these? Let me know if you have any. So are we now ready to push to production? Run. Oh. Fix these two here. All right. Run the test suite. Try Models Lab for video API. I mean, I'm happy with FAL right now. J35 just dropped in a model. Let's check it out. All All right, this is from J35. So Kling video. Oh, wow. No audio though, right? I doubt they have audio. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that the ultimate vision is you're gonna have to have AI video for, yeah, Yusuf, seriously. DSAD said, do you have an absolute favorite vibe coding model so far? And conversely, do you have a least favorite vibe coding model? I don't have a least favorite, just because there's so many. But my favorites, I mean, up there, there's different models for different use cases, right? Like, I like Composer 1 for the speed. I like GPT-5 Codex High. I like Opus 4.1. It is expensive. But all these models, they do have, like, personalities of, like, they have, you know, things that you can use in their workflow for different reasons, right? So you just have to know, hey, when am I using this in my workflow and why, right? I mean, it's very important to understand that. Continue. All right, so it says that we're ready to push to production, so we're gonna test this out here. Yeah, so Cody said, what's your plan for supporting longer videos? Most of these images to videos only last like 5-10 seconds. Yeah, so right now, you know, I'm not too worried about it. I think that, you know, ultimately, number one, the models are gonna get better to where they do support longer videos in themselves, right? But I do think that we're gonna have to create some sort of functionality where you're able to have, like, for example, let's say that you want to create, you know, a video that is longer. We're going to have to build some type of wizard where you're able to have multi-prompts that are able to do that and build that. So I don't think, it's not like a super big focus right now. Imperium said, search for infinite talk. What's that, Imperium? All right, so format. All right, brand. Okay, so let's actually test this out now. So as you guys know, we should now be able to post to these platforms. So I'm gonna just do image to video here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna create like a short, you know, we're gonna drop in the ViewCreator logo here. And I'm gonna say create an infographic ad for ViewCreator. Simple white background with text that says building the future of AI content creation. And then we'll do, you know what I don't like is that we only have square offered right now. It's fine for now, but we'll just go with it. DSAD said there's a skill in knowing when to switch models in chats. Yeah, 100%. Mohammed said, not sure if available on Fi. Check it. It's pro. It's literally the cheapest and generates up to 20 seconds of video. Building the future of AI content creation. What a friggin', that looks amazing. So create with AI, casual. And this is gonna need to get better. Oh, dang it. We restarted the server. Okay. Pyrium said image to video with sound. 1 2.2. Nah, what's up, man? All right. So this is using, to create the captions, it's using the brand profile. That's why we're getting, you know, that off. So we're gonna patch that. ViewCreator is the future of AI content creation. So we could try scheduling. I mean, let's just try publishing now. So now I want it to go to this publishing page, so it should redirect. Can it redirect, please? It's not redirecting. I mean, I did, yeah. It should redirect immediately, though. After clicking publish, it should redirect immediately. Let's switch. So this is where I'm gonna, yeah, I feel like Composer 1 is gonna do a better job on this, right? Recently completed comment responder. I mean, so these are jobs, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that did not do what we wanted it to do. That did not do what we wanted it to do. All right, Zippy Zach, I'll check it out. So on the Instagram publish page, it does a really good job because, yeah, this is terrible. It did not. I think that chat's getting too long. So we're gonna start new, and I'm actually gonna use Composer 1. So, you know, what we wanted it to do is over here on, what was it? It was the, let's go to pages. All right, so it's Instagram, and it says publish. Is it publish or publishing? Oh, it's publishing, yeah. I am a big fan of this Instagram publishing page and how after I actually click publish on the Instagram publish page, it redirects me to publishing, and it gives the user a nice display of which posts are actually publishing and gives some really nice user feedback. Review how this is done and create a summary of the styling and the functionality behind this feature. So I'm gonna have Composer 1 just kind of process this, and how I'm gonna break this up is I want to rebuild this functionality, but for this publishing page where it's gonna have all of them, right? So it's gonna have all of the different ones. So Composer is really, really fast, so that's why, you know, I wanna do it really fast, so now we're gonna go to publishing here, and then we're gonna drop in the create page here. I now need you to create the exact same functionality for the create page and this publishing page accordingly, so that after clicking publish on the create page, it redirects to this publishing page and shows the jobs as they queue exactly as it did on the Instagram publishing page. Right now, it does not do it exactly. Remove the current implementation and functionality in the publishing page here and replace it with new and refreshed functionality that takes the same approach as the Instagram publishing page did. So we'll see what it does here. You know, we have it working, so it should be able to do that. And Ricky, another day, let's go. J35 said, here's the model someone was talking about. It's on FAL, does support audio if you go to additional settings. The TX2, okay, thank you, J35. Let's take a look at this one. Thanks, Linux. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great time. Like and sub if you have not yet. Discord for those who are wishing it. Thank you, Linux. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. This community is growing faster and faster every day. So, all right, let's see here. Why is this not redirect? What is this? All right, so you can see now the publishing queue has changed, so it shouldn't have the jobs ID. There should be no jobs IDs, or look at the URL, it's all messed up. We'll test it again, we'll test it before we give it any feedback. All right, so let's test this again. I don't want to get like shadow banned or anything, but I mean, we do have to test this, so. All right, let's see. So we're gonna go to the create page, and we're gonna do this single image again, and let's just do Facebook and Instagram. Let's not do X. I've been spamming too much on X. Let's generate the AI, image to video. Actually, let's post on the ViewCreator channels. So Instagram and Facebook. So this is okay. So this is actually perfect. Because guys, this is how, you know, if I was wanting to actually, you know, create a slight infographic for ViewCreator, I would want to do exactly this. I would say This creativity level, go really high. Create an image with the ViewCreator logo enlarged on a white background that says that ViewCreator is the future of AI content creation. And then you'll be able to go down. We can do square, that's fine. That's actually pretty good for this. So when it creates, it's gonna create, maybe we can do a better skeleton loading there. Yeah, thank you for not spamming on X. Yeah, I gotta watch it. ViewCreator. Oh, it spelled it wrong, didn't it? Okay, let's fix this. Hold up. Generate AI. Yeah, ViewCreator. Yeah, try not to spam on X. Alright, that's cool. That's fine for now. ViewCreator. Then I create with AI. And this one actually will have that brand profile, so it'll make more sense for this caption. Because the captions there, it's going based off of the brand profile, so we'll need to make it so that it actually has access to the image being generated. Or with ViewCreator, your social media is about to level up. We'll need to make it so that there's no more like friggin' emojis all over the place, but that's fine. So publish to, so now it should redirect immediately. Doesn't redirect immediately, but it does redirect there. What's with the job ID? Why does this have a job ID in it? It shouldn't have a job ID. Also note that only Instagram jobs are showing. It should be able to show any job that's being queued and working on publishing, and it should show actual effects. So for example, right now I only see Instagram. Make it so that users can also do Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of it. Review in depth and identify why it's only showing Instagram right now. Yeah, I get the Tom Holland thing a lot. Guys, Water Bottle Mountain is getting a lot bigger. You guys know about Water Bottle Mountain if you're an OG. Water Bottle Mountain, look. Water Bottle Mountain, let's get it. I mean, if Water Bottle Mountain gets bigger, that means we're doing our job. It means we're grinding. All right, there we go. Wait, is that one? That was just a redirect. Refresh. Oh gosh. What caused this error? Fix this. Also, there should be no job ID on the publishing page. Yeah, there shouldn't be any job ID on the publishing page. Also, guys, we're gonna be going for 4 hours today, so we're just getting started. All right. All right, there we go. That's better. Yeah, the microplastics. Still got this error. I still got this error. It's happening when I refresh the publishing page. And I use the Composer 1 model because it's just so great at iterating fast. So polling active. Okay. Why are only Instagram jobs being pulled in? I mean, yeah, if we go back to brand, we select this. Oh, I don't have my ViewCreator. Hypertech, your vibe coding 2, let's go. Okay. So brand, this single image. Did it post? Did it post to the ViewCreator Facebook? I think that's a good question, right? I mean, let's go. Let's see if that actually posted to ViewCreator. So yeah. So look at this, guys. It did post. This is incredible. This is insane. It's insane. Wow. And then here it is on Insta. So we have end-to-end content, AI content creation. But yeah, the biggest issue with Composer 1 is just the it doesn't have a big context window. So let's go here. Continue to publish. Okay. We were making this so unprofessional, but that's all right. How many images can we drop in? Up to 6, right? 5 files? Okay. All right, so you can do 5 files here. R enjoying said after a full day of work on vibe coding as well. Nice to vibe along. Let's go, R enjoying. Let's get it. Let's grind, guys. All right, so let's see if this is able to nail it. Shri said, I leaked my EMV file. I don't think that's true. So we just put the ViewCreator logo in the background. All right, so when I click publish, I want it to go, I really do want it to redirect immediately. It should redirect to the publishing page as soon. Okay, then here, okay. The user clicks the publish button. And then do publishing. Wait, no, create. All right, yep. Also, I don't think that there is, this one's queued. Okay. Oh, did I ever leak them? No. All right, so that's Facebook. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge content engine. So did they publish? I mean, there's a couple issues. I mean, Whatever, we'll just publish that. Let's try scheduling. Just build. Publish. It should redirect immediately. It is still not redirecting immediately. Basically, as soon as the user clicks publish, it should kick the jobs off and then redirect to the publishing page. And then on the publishing page, it should allow the users to watch the jobs as they publish so that they're not just waiting on a singular screen, and they can, you know, step away and the jobs are going to be able to publish by themselves, if that makes sense. Oren Deb, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you, man. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, guys, look what I just got. I grabbed some dark chocolate. Yeah, creating a J35. I mean, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Like, with what the capabilities of this is, I don't think you can really do this on other platforms as easy as you can on Pure. This is like kind of some cutting edge stuff. Facts No Care said he loves how versatile Claude Code is. Spending 3 hours making a life sim with sub-agents and scripts to save world and player information. That's awesome. Keep it up, man. Keep us updated. Yeah, dark chocolate. Very good for you. Okay. Pause it. You don't like dark chocolate? Let's see what X looks like. ViewCreator. Will make it 10 times easier for creators to create content. And manage multiple platforms at scale. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Let's go. That was an immediate redirect. Pause it. You said you can call me Nova, by the way. Okay. I'll try and remember that. Nova. Yeah. Facts No Care said that he remembers when his aunt introduced me to dark chocolate. I never cried so much. He cried. You're a milk boy now? So that's doing like really fast. Honestly, I think we're ready, guys. I think this is pretty good. I mean, I'm sure that we'll find issues with it, right? But for right now, I think we should deploy. Let's real quick do an in-depth review of the feature flags on the ViewCreator UI. What features are users not able to use in production right now? Shri, I'm gonna have to change to app router. I've been using Pages router since 2023, and I haven't changed over yet, so that's kind of an issue on my end. I just like it. Yeah, I don't have a walking treadmill. I do work out a lot though, so okay. All right, let's move it up. Okay. Yo, shout out to Linux Thing and J35 for supporting the X account. Appreciate it. Okay. So here's the post that we made. I mean, it is true. Question is, can we actually get this working in production? DSAD, let's go. This is bridge music, by the way. I already made the music that you guys are listening to. Did you guys see my chat in the Discord? I said I dropped a new album. It's a new bridge album. This is what you guys are listening to right now. Ambient music for vibe coding over on Bridge Music AI. Hey. It'll be all AI generated. I hope that one day I go down as like a pioneer of AI. You know? Show the Bottle Mountain. Bottle Mountain. Here's Bottle Mountain. Oh, you can't really see it. Kind of see it. It's over there. Alright. So, I mean, I think we're ready to push, right? I mean, I'm nervous, but let's do it. We're gonna do a couple things though. Run the test suite in at ViewCreator API and fix any testing errors. Yeah, I made the music. Send the link. Yeah, here, let me send the link real quick. Yeah, this is the link. J35 said, do you manage the YouTube video comments of Bridge Music AI with ViewCreator 2? I could, but I haven't yet just because there's not that many comments yet. I haven't connected the account, but yeah, I could. So, for example, J35 brings up a great question. So, you know, I can just go down to connect socials, right? I can go here, and I can just connect the that YouTube account, right? I don't think I'm logged in on my cursor browser, so I'd have to actually log in on my other browser. But yeah, I can connect that account right now and manage the comments. So watch this. So here, let me show you guys. I think this is important for everybody to understand, like how advanced of a level that this is actually at. So if I go here, you know, I'm rendering everything. I can go to manage my connected socials, click connect account, go to YouTube. It's going to redirect me to manage on YouTube. And then I'm going to select Bridge Music AI. Go to advanced. So this is what we're dealing with right now. So because this is not a verified app yet, you get this Google hasn't verified app. But because this is a test account, I can go here. Go to ViewCreator unsafe, and then click select all. Let's fix that. After I connect a YouTube account, it redirects me back to this page, which throws a 404 error. Make sure that it just redirects to the connected accounts, connect socials page, as we changed the URL for that from settings connected accounts to connect socials. I messed that up, it's fine. So if I refresh, here's Bridge Music, okay? So now, what's cool is now I can go over to YouTube and I can now actually manage, sorry, the API is refreshing locally, but I can now manage Bridge Music using ViewCreator. So for example, okay, so here's something I want you guys to do. I want everybody to go to this video on YouTube, okay? Confirm you're not a bot. Oh, geez. All right, everybody go to this video, okay? I'm about to drop it in. And I just dropped in the link. And I want you guys all to go and I want you to comment on this lo-fi chill music for focused vibe coding video, okay? Because I'm going to show you guys how this works. Also, it's nice because you know what I just remembered? I just remembered that I forgot to actually put this stream that you guys are watching in the correct category. So it's in entertainment if I change this to the correct category. Also, hold on. The user should be able to add the video to a specific playlist on this page as well. Review the API and review the front end and help me fix this. So that's another thing. I should be able to add it to my playlists. Okay, so quick thing. J35 said, I wish we had a good music model so we could generate music in ViewCreator and post on Bridge Music. Oh, J35, 100%, dude. We're going to be able to do that. We're 100% gonna be able to do that, and I think it's not a priority right now, not a priority, but definitely something that we will get to. So, Shri X1 said, "How are you motivated every day? Indie hacker who's not streaming are kind of giving up or burned out or out of money and quit some days. In your community, is your community growth motivate you, or you're 100% in your idea that motivates you?" Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, so does streaming motivate me, or does, you know, my idea motivate me? Is that what you're saying? So I think that's actually a great question. So I think what Shree's saying is, hey, is streaming what's motivating you, or is like actually just being like a developer motivating you? And I think that's a great question. So, you know, to answer that, I think that it's easy for me to say this, that I was doing this way before I started streaming. Okay, and there we go. Just in, I mean, and that's why I use Composer One. I asked it add the playlist functionality. Boom, here's the playlist functionality. Add to playlist. Playlist added. I mean, that's insane. One error though is that it's So hold on. Let's actually pull up YouTube and go direct to source and see what that did. All right, so let's go to YouTube here. And we're going to go to my YouTube studio, and we're gonna actually see, did that update correctly? Also, if you guys are just tuning in, we are working on ViewCreator, which is currently in open beta, has over 700 active users. And we are right now working on some additional API functionality. But let's see if I go to the details of this. So it did add it, but now it's not actually pulling it in properly. So you guys can see that did add it, but you know, if I go down, it's not fetching it. So adding it to a playlist does work, but for some reason, it's not rendering if the playlist has already been set in a specific playlist. So review and note that it should say the playlist that it's in. Like, I don't know if that's even gonna make sense. The model has a terrible prompt, but that's fine. If I click this, yeah, it's just... So for example, from this screenshot, note that it is in a playlist, but it's not actually showing that's in a playlist. This needs to be fixed. Composer 1 is not free anymore? Ah, that stinks. But yeah, so to answer again, Tree X1, you know, I was doing this way before I started streaming. I thought the streaming would help amplify everything that I was doing, though. I knew going into it, I kind of had an idea. I was like, okay, I know that I could do this and it probably would perform well. I didn't know that we'd get to the point that we're at right now as fast as we did. I mean, 7,000 on YouTube, and you know, the community that we've built this fast. As you guys know, like, the community is just taking off. So I appreciate your guys' support. It's amazing. What is your skills? Maybe we can work together. Nova said that this is genuinely giving me so much motivation. That's awesome, man. I'm happy. All right, so it said currently in playlist, vibe coding and apps, I make $1 million. Okay, perfect. Great, I like that, but it should actually just show in the dropdown. Like, it should show that in the dropdown, not outside the dropdown. Try again. All right. What AI do I use to make this app? So I'm using Cursor right now. All right, we're gonna take it down real quick. I'm gonna sit for a second. Still not doing it. It's just not able to. That didn't work. I think you're going to need to be able to try again. Try again. Note that YouTube videos can only be added to one playlist, so. Bars just asked, what problem does this app solve? So, you know, I think that I come from a unique position because of this whole streaming and marketing experience. You know, I think that from my perspective, I know that there's a need for this because, you know, as a vibe coder and as a startup entrepreneur, I know how hard it is to actually market your product. There we go, fixed it, finally. So, you know, building is one thing, marketing is another. And my view of it is that the same thing that has happened in software development and technology, where AI agents have totally changed the game, the same thing is going to happen in marketing over the next few years. So if you can build a platform that builds agentic AI tooling on top of these APIs for posting and scheduling, that platform is going to be worth millions of dollars. So that's what ViewCreator is. You can go to the create page and you can literally just create content all day long. Like, literally, we could just sit here and just spam. We could just like spam AI content on all these socials. You know, we're not going to, but I'm just saying you could if you wanted to. And this is gonna not be brand profiles. This is gonna change. That's gonna change. Okay, let's run npm run build. Also, test here. Review the logic of the env var, where if the env var is equal to a specific email, it allows the user to have full access. This did not work. Review the logic in complete depth and I make sure that that override actually does work. I've got a little Easter egg that you guys don't know about. so that I can test all this in production. Run npm test and fix any failing tests. ViewCreator API, yes, boom, boom. Oh. npm run build. Okay, No, Max said, if you were to design websites for service-based businesses, what would be your main workflow, front end and back end? I mean, what would be my main workflow? Like, what models would I use? Guys, remember, today is just another day to make progress, okay? Whatever you guys are doing, literally does not matter what you're working on. Let's just keep making progress. Let's keep moving forward, all right? Remember, the word of the day is unfazed. And what's interesting is that, you know, I've been getting a lot more hate as this gets bigger. I've been getting a lot more hate, and you know, the reason I wrote down unfazed is because there's a lot of positive things happening, and then I'm also getting a lot of negative, you know, negative feedback. And the reason I wrote up unfazed is because, hey, you can't let any of it get to you. You can't let these incredibly positive things inflate you to the point where you get an ego or you get overconfident, and then you also can't let the negative things bother you. So it's just kind of an interesting concept in my opinion. Okay, so everything's building. So looks like we're ready to push, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're pushing. All right, we're pushing, we're pushing. Let's get it. What's the progress? Jesse, the progress is huge, dude. Yeah, we're pushing code right now, guys. Let's go. We are pushing straight to production. Let's get it. I worked, to be honest, guys, I did work a lot last night offline. RS said, I'm 11. Can you please tell me what you're doing? We got an 11-year-old in the chat. Honestly, I think that people that are young these days are going to be able to accomplish so much more. Like, you're going to have 12-year-olds that are building, like, crazy companies with AI. But what I'm doing, I'm vibe coding. So what vibe coding is vibe coding is where you utilize AI in your coding workflow. So that rather than writing a bunch of code manually and getting very little work done, you actually can get a ton done in a very short amount of time. With less experience than you would need as a developer. J35 said, found a music model. J35, I'm curious as to, what is the best music model? Would it be smart to just integrate directly with Suno? And could you do that, right? I mean, that Suno V5 model is so good that, it would make sense to just integrate directly with that model, don't you think? Potentially. Interested in your thoughts on that. All right, ViewCreator. Let's go. So I think the last time I pushed was maybe like 3 days ago, so... PJ said, been watching you vibe code this out. How do you think this will scale? A site that can manage a few socials is easy, but how are you planning to scale it to thousands? Yeah, I mean, I've scaled bigger projects than this before. I don't think we're going to have a hard time scaling. Scaling comes down more so to the architecture of it. In terms of scaling, I think the issues that we're going to have is the rate limiting on the actual API side. That's why one of the goals on the board today is to be able to figure out, hey, what is the verification process for each of these, and what is the rate limiting going to look like? In terms of scalability, I mean, it's very simple. The architecture of the database is simple. The architecture of connecting these socials is very simple. Most of the work is done on the API end so that we don't have to, have a bunch of heavy running systems on our end. We have Redis, and we have a VolMQ system that is scalable. We have a, Docker. We're using Docker and we're using ECS, and we have auto scaling. So, we are using Aurora in RDS. So Aurora is going to be able to scale well. ECS is going to be able to scale well with Fargate. So, I think that a lot of things that people talk about when vibe coding is people bring up, a lot of times they bring up a couple things. They bring up, what about security? They say, what about scalability? What about, what about this? What about that? But the thing is that they forget that if the developer has done these things before and they actually do have an idea of what they're doing, you forget that, AI is just an extension of the developer. So, when you talk about scalability, it's like, hey, scalability is going to ultimately be on, hey, do we have the ability to auto scale? Is our database going to get overloaded and we're going to have a bunch of issues, or are we using Aurora and it's going to be able to scale automatically? These things that people doubt a lot, but the thing is that, if you've done it before, you're able to set it up and structure it in a way while utilizing AI to be able to do that. Cams, how's it going? Everything's going good today. Right now, we're actually pushing to production, so you guys are about to see a lot of things go in. I'm excited to see this all go in. But yeah, I mean, from the infrastructure standpoint, with AWS and everything that we're doing over there, how I have it structured is, we have the API, it's Dockerized in ECR. Every time that we deploy dev, it goes to the dev servers, the dev infrastructure, and then production obviously goes to the production servers. ECR, as soon as you push it, the GitHub Action workflow is going to update that image in ECR, and it's going to then force deploy a new service to that cluster with the updated image. And that auto scaling service is very easy. I mean, it's just Fargate. So if the server overloads on that CPU and VCU threshold, it's going to spin up more tasks. So you can have unlimited tasks, and it's like, that's scaling, and then the same thing on the Aurora database. With Aurora now, you don't have to manage your database as much. You don't have to, do as much with Aurora. It's so nice for scalability. So we'll see. I don't want to get overconfident, but I feel very confident to get started here, for sure. Tyler said 100% right. Even if you haven't done them, you can put the items in place in vibe code, so it's up to the developer. Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you know what you're doing, and, especially if you know what you're doing. And that's the thing is that, guys, I'm going to reiterate, what I think vibe coding actually is. So vibe coding to me, if I go to our application, a vibe coder is a next generation software developer who seamlessly integrates AI tools into their development workflow. You don't just write code, you orchestrate AI assistants like Claude, Cursor, and other cutting edge tools to amplify your productivity 10%. Emphasis on your productivity, okay? You have to have an understanding of what you're doing. You need to know where the obstacles are and the mines are. But yes, I mean, in 2025, you should be developing with AI 100%. Overnight, software developer said, most developers I've talked to, if you talk to them in depth about security or scalability, they have no clue when it comes to it. I will ask them questions like, what edge cases can you recommend? Srinath said, let's go. Aditya said, the product is solid, but its overly AI-generated appearance slightly undermines its credibility. I mean, that's arguable, right? Because I think from a developer standpoint, you would say, hey, this looks AI generated, right? But the thing is, from like a standardized customer, you have to remember it, I don't think that it matters too much. I mean, this app looks better than Hootsuite, I don't think it undermines credibility. Also, it's going to start at one point. You know, we're going to start in the initial goal is, hey, let's get up to $5,000 a month in MRR and let's scale it, right? But also something that I want to go back to while this is all deploying and we wait to hear back from this. Let's go to YouTube, and I want to show you guys how I manage comments. So I can now go to YouTube, and here's bridge music, and here's a comment from J35. J35 always tries to trip up the AI. So he said, if you're really AI, reply, I'm not AI, but if you're human, reply, I am AI. Let's see who glitches first. So there's no brand connected to this one, but let's do a brief one. I don't think you can really trick it, J35. Love bridge music. Hey, friendly. I'm gonna be very friendly. I'm gonna reply. And I don't have a brand connected to this profile. Blink twice in binary. J35 is always trying to clown on the AI. I don't think you can get it, J35. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. There's also a Discord link in the chat. I'm going to give a quick shout out to new members of our community. As you guys know, we're actually nearing 800 members in the Discord server. I believe that we're actually going to pass it today. We are up to 785 members in the Discord community. Big shout out to our new members. Shout out to MBB. Shout out to Furquan. Shout out to Weather Garten. Shout out to Prettier. Shout out to D. Shout out to Nuff Said, Pity Pow, Gangster, Najunyan, Neo, Remokazi, Hi Trow, Cho. Welcome. So many. Let's go. Cams, this is the, yeah, Cams, I don't know if you've missed, but we've made, I mean, if you guys haven't kept up, I mean, I would, you know, encourage you guys to stay up to date with the project because we've made so much progress. This is by far the most progress we've made in any singular week to date in this series has been this past week. Obviously, for those of you that have been tuned in this week, you'll know what we did this week. I mean, we completely transformed the product. And, you know, it's just incredible what's been accomplished this week alone. Let's see here. So if I go to the API, let's see if the API was able to successfully deploy. It looks like it did. Let's just confirm. Yes. Okay, and I just want to also confirm inside of AWS, so let me log into AWS real quick. But you know what did we accomplish this week, right? Well, what we accomplished is we were able to connect with these third-party APIs, and you know what was cool is that it started out with just the YouTube API, and I was encouraged by the chat to say, you know, hey, these APIs are simpler to, you know, to integrate than you think. Dre W, welcome. Shri, welcome. I'm happy that you guys are here. But, you know, it's just crazy what we accomplished in just such a short amount of time. And I think that that's why you guys have to remember that you have to stay in the arena. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, just keep moving forward. You never know what it's going to turn into. You never know what's going to happen, right? So just stay in the arena and stay in the game long enough to be able to figure those things out. You know, it's like, hey, just keep moving forward. You know, I have so many journals now of, you know, just a lot of writing from years ago, and sometimes it's nice to be able to reflect on them and to say, hey, what was I talking about and thinking about 2 years ago? And the other day I was reading this journal. Okay, everything looks like it's up and running, so let's actually go and let's go to ViewCreator here. Oh geez. Oh gosh, that's not good. All right, hold up guys, looks like we crashed it. What did we do? 500 internal service error? Oh. I made so many changes that... Yeah. Look at what is happening in production. I just dropped in the console logs. It's just saying 500 internal server error. Fix this. This is a bad issue. Yeah. It's all good. This is what happens when you're pushing to prod. Tech with him said, can you explain more overview on how we should look or should keep rate limiter to any project. How would you keep at start and after scaling up higher? Please answer. What do you mean, like rate limiting for protection for your API or what? Neek said, check Discord, I broke Minimax. I think I saw that. It was just saying create like great, right? Yeah, it was a Vibe deploy for sure. I mean, I deployed straight to prod. It's all right. If we had actual users, this would be a completely different project. Like, this would be a completely different process. But the thing is most of our users are from the streams, guys. Like, I haven't tried marketing to people that are not outside this sphere. You know, and the reason I've done that is because, hey, I'm not really, like, ViewCreator 2.0 is when we're really going to start pushing, right? Because, in my opinion, I don't think that ViewCreator is, like, that strong of a product until we actually get this end-to-end integration working. Like, once we get this end-to-end integration working, I am, like, it's going to be a totally different league, if you guys get what I'm saying. You know, once we get ViewCreator 2.0 built and launched, that's when we're going to, like, totally ramp this up to the next level. Yeah, push on Friday evening. Yeah. Yeah, the composer model works really well, Bizimmy. Yeah, for protection, yeah, I definitely would suggest rate limiting. But the thing is people can still use, you know, I mean, you can have rate limiting at the app level, so if you get hit really hard, it's going to be able to, like, you know, if somebody is really trying to get you, and they're, like, swapping IPs and stuff, you can have one at the app level, I would recommend, but then also the root level. You know, on specific routes, you should do that as well. All right, there we go. Yeah, overnight, I'm going to do it on all. So all this, obviously, we're going to use ViewCreator to be able to market ViewCreator. As you guys know, that's going to be a huge thing. So we're going to be able to set up like probably 10 to 30 accounts on different social media platforms. And we'll be able to market it. We'll be able to connect them and market them from ViewCreator. So, you know, what's cool is that we're kind of eating our own dog food, right? It's like, hey, we're creating it and now we're eating it. I think this is good to deploy, but we'll let this build finish out. All right, we're good. All right, so let's deploy this. Gonna take a couple minutes to build, but we'll be good. Also, let me see here. All right, I am going to use the restroom real quick. Let's let this build. I'll be right back. All right. Cam said, I think you should change your landing page positioning like similar to Hootsuite so it can boost your SEO in a way. What do you mean? Yeah, I'll offer an example once the website's back up. It should be back up here in a second. Yeah, we crashed it. Do you offer LTD on Bridgemind? What do you mean? Andrew asked, what are you building? You can check the description. ViewCreator.ai though. Alright. So it's still deploying. Oh shoot, I have to deploy to, I have to push it main, don't I? Alright, hold up here. Should have done that before. Also, while we're kind of waiting for this to deploy, I think now is probably like a good time to start to look over the verification process for all this. So let's go here. Let's use Composer 1. No, let's actually use review all of the logic associated with the API integrations with TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube, and create a comprehensive README on how we are using each API integration and connection and how ViewCreator integrates with these and what its purpose is. Yeah, there's like going to be no lifetime deals, because ViewCreator is ultimately going to be like, for unlimited social account connections, ViewCreator is going to cost about $400 a month. You know, that's what Hootsuite does. So we'll probably have a competing product that's somewhere around there, probably $200 to $400 a month for like unlimited social connections. And then there's also going to be credits. Yeah, Enrique, this is the AI music. DSAD said you should add a bot to the ChatGPT to STP, the same question being asked over and over and over. What do you mean? So just as like an example with what I'm talking about here is like right now the plans on ViewCreator are like $20 and $50, right? But the thing is like $20 is nothing. Okay, ViewCreator is ultimately going to transition into like, there's no free trials, there's no free plan, you pay immediately, and it's going to be big. You know, when you look at it, the pricing is probably going to end up looking somewhere around like $20 for starters. Maybe you can connect like 4 socials for 20, and that's like your average content creator that's just managing one. And then maybe you have the ultra plan where you can do up to like 20, right? And that's going to be $100. And then you have your like business or something like that, which is going to be unlimited, and that's going to be probably like, yeah, I mean like $250 to $500 for that monthly plan. And that's like, you know, pretty competitive in the market. Okay, so let's go here. And what we're going to do now is we just had that summarize. We had it summarize what our API connections actually look like. Oh, Bridgemind? Yeah, probably potentially on Bridgemind, yeah. Yeah, Pockywood, yeah, probably on Bridgemind. Yeah, definitely for Bridgemind. Why do you ask? Cam said, this is what Hootsuite messages. Hootsuite social media marketing and management tool. Yours can be, I don't know, instant social media marketing. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll change things up once ViewCreator 2.0 launches. Things are going to change, guys. But right now, there's just so much work to be done, like the next 2 months, or like I guess it's less than that now. It's about 6 weeks. So review the README and documentation for ViewCreator and all of these API integrations. So I do have these API integrations set up and connected, but for each of these APIs, I just set up essentially a test account or a sandbox account, and I haven't actually gone through the process of verification for each of these. And what I need you to do is I need you to do complete in-depth research on each of these API platforms and create an in-depth summary of A, the costs for integrating with these APIs, and the different plans. Also, the time that it takes for verification for each of these platforms. So right now, obviously, I'm just using testing accounts and sandboxes, but I need to know what the verification process looks like, how much it will actually cost when I move this into production for API calls to these APIs, as well as what the verification process looks like and how much time it will take. Okay. So Perplexity, deep research. So yeah, so we're gonna use deep research. We just passed all that in, and what we need to do now is we need to learn hey, how long is it going to take for us to actually get verified? Like, hey, we have this working, all right? We got all the APIs hooked up and working inside of 6 days, okay? But the problem is now it's going to be a different question of actually getting it working in production and getting it verified and getting rate limits up to a point where we can scale it. So, okay, Cams, yeah. Hold on, let me pull up the site. It looks like, yeah, it's still deploying, so we'll make sure that that's fixed in a second. But yeah, this is important. Yeah, Google, seriously, out there, they still not, I guess they're not going to release Gemini today. Google. Google Gemini. Yeah, there's nothing there. Quiet. Yeah, I don't think Gemini 3.0 is coming out today. I was hyping it up yesterday on X. I was like, Gemini 3.0 is going to come out tomorrow. Also, guys, we hit 7,000, by the way. Thanks for all your support. It's awesome. All right, so let's see. Okay. So I'm just going to read this out loud so that everybody's on the same page. Okay, so executive summary. Based on comprehensive research of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube APIs, here are the key findings of moving from sandbox testing to production, okay? So the free API access with compliance audit required. Timeline, 3 to 4 days to several weeks. So TikTok, it's free API access. So TikTok, it's free. Facebook and Instagram, also free. So free API access, business verification required. So TikTok and Facebook are both free. Cam said, as long as they increase their rates, that's all I'm looking for. Yeah. X said $200 a month for basic to $5,000 a month pro tier, minimal verification timeline immediate, 3 to 5 days. What? YouTube free with quota system, 10,000 units per day by default, which is great. OAuth verification required, 3 days to 6 weeks. Ooh. Compliance audit for public videos. Okay. Whoa. I don't think that's right. Google OAuth. Yeah, it was. We had 6,009. We literally hit 6,900 yesterday on stream, and now we're about to hit 7,100. I mean, it's insane the growth that we're experiencing with this community. Okay, so TikTok content posting API. Let's see here. Free to use. TikTok does not charge for API access, so that's very, very important to note. Does not charge for API access. That's actually huge. Okay, so no per request fees or monthly subscription costs. The API is completely free. Okay, so TikTok is completely free. Developer time for compliance implementation. So, yeah. Infrastructure costs for video storage and processing. No monetary fees for API calls themselves. Okay, cool. Why is this all, like, laggy? You guys notice that? Is my activity, like, all spun up or something? 65. Let me kill some tabs here. Alright, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the XP APIs are expensive. We're gonna need that $200 plan. But that's actually not that bad. And if we need 5,000, we'll just buy it. But I don't think we're gonna need 5,000. I think the X API is like 15,000 posts a month. So 15,000, you know, I think we'll be good on that end. Okay. So, okay, so like for example, with TikTok, and also I just did push to productions. Let's confirm that this is functioning properly. Oh, what the heck? What is going on here? Maybe I should have used a smarter model when I did that instead of Composer 1, because... yeah. That's on me. I've never had this problem before. Review this in depth. Right now, the in production is just saying 500 internal servers error. Fix this, identify what the source of the issue is, and fix it. All right, we'll let that do its thing. Shri said, what about LinkedIn? We'll probably do LinkedIn at some point, but LinkedIn is like kind of a joke. Or audit, application requirements. I mean, it's saying that these are not like that. So, look at this. Rate limits, 200 calls per user per hour. So standard access is 190,000 per hour. Yeah, S3. Yeah, S3 is pretty inexpensive. Yeah, AWS is hard, definitely if you're also initially, you know, learning it. Also, guys, I want to ask you guys a favor. So I'm trying to grow the Twitch platform. So if a few of you could go over to Twitch and actually watch on Twitch, that would actually be super helpful. And just literally just go engage on Twitch, guys. If you guys are watching and you support this community and you're a part of this community, what we need to do is we need to start to grow on other platforms, because there's other platforms, like obviously we're growing on YouTube, but there's other platforms like Twitch where we need to start growing more. So if you guys could go over to Twitch and literally just like, you know, interact and chat on Twitch. I have both chats pulled up, so if you guys could do that, it would be super helpful. Jesse, I appreciate that. Jesse, you're killing it, man. Appreciate it. AWS is just a pretty robust platform that does have a learning curve to it. I mean, I think that this is actually easier to, you know, do than we actually thought of, because we're already verified. We already have email verification. We already have that done. So I think I'm just going to need to take some time to actually go through the process of like getting this stuff done. You know, it's like a, almost like a technical thing. Ondis 2024 over on Twitch. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Roni, thank you. And Ricky, thank you. So, I'm interested in the YouTube. Where's the YouTube one? Okay, so, okay, so this is a big one. So this is a big one to note. The basic tier on X. So X is the only one that actually costs money, okay? And thank you, J35. You know, that one's, it's going to be $200 a month, okay? But you can do 50,000 posts a month at the app level, okay? Which that's going to be enough. And remember, we're not going to do any reads. So a read is when you actually, you know, pull posts in, and 15,000 reads is not a lot. That's not very good, okay? Overnight, thank you. I appreciate it, man. You're the man. Shri, appreciate it. Thank you. Gene Rue, thank you. No 500 error here. Let's go. Yeah, guys, we got to start, like, the Bridgemind army needs to grow. We need to start getting up on Twitch a little bit. So that would help if you guys could start to watch on Twitch as well. I keep both chats open. Okay, so X. So I mean, to me, it looks like Oh, man. So it's actually trying to figure out what's causing this. Ugh, I don't like the site being down. That's fine. Let's go, Shri. So, read permissions here. All right, so verification. I mean, look at this. Good news. Minimal verification required. I mean, this is actually better news than I initially anticipated. I thought it was going to be like, I mean, let's just ask it. YouTube API. This one's going to be big. So, quota system, 10,000 units per day per Google Cloud project. So that's actually not a lot. Quota costs. Ooh. Oh, shoot. You guys see this? Imperium said, for X, I got free API to read, but write, there is no way. We need to pay to X. Yeah. Yeah, S3 is super cheap. Hold on. Let me close the window real quick. Guys, what is this like $15,000 one-time renewal cost? The security assessment? They're like, yeah, we need your money. We need your money. What the heck? I thought upload was... Wait, so you're telling me I need to pay $15,000 to upload? Imperium, what do you mean? Alright, I turn it down a little bit. Yeah, and Ricky said we need a lot of money to make sure you're legit, yeah. Yeah, what's this 15 to 75K? Okay, wait, hold on. It says you don't need the $15,000 security assessment. It is only required in specific circumstances. If you're storing YouTube user data on your own servers, not Google's. Okay, which we're not doing. Because all we're doing is we just have API endpoints that integrate with this, okay? So what we're doing is we connect the accounts. Okay, I'll draw this. So we connect the accounts, right? Connect socials. So connected accounts here. Hold on, let's stand, guys. Let's get the energy flowing. Super Code Monkey, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you. You know what's crazy, guys, is yesterday we had like 130 watchers, and I mean, it's just insane. Like, this community is just taking off. Cam said, I don't think it's based on quotas, and you just fill out a little form to increase that with YouTube, I think. Thoughts on Elixir? I don't use it. Okay, okay. I don't think we're going to need that. There's no way that we need $15,000. Yeah, it's just like... Yeah, if you only store OAuth tokens and don't persist other user data. So yes, that's what we're doing. So yeah, so how our system works is, let's say that we have this, right? Let's just say this is a table, right? So we have a table called connected accounts, and from this table, that's how we connect to these. That's how we connect to YouTube. It's how we connect to TikTok. It's how we connect to Facebook. It's how we connect to all this, right? But we don't actually store any YouTube data or information on our own servers. We don't need it, right? We're literally, it's just a connection from VC directly to the person's account, and then it goes boom, 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 okay? Yeah, Imperium said if you store user data, then it's like a penalty Google will charge you. For example, you should not store user privacy data then related to Google Auth. It shouldn't be stored in your database or any service, yes. As long as you We're not saving any metadata. Yeah, so we're not saving any metadata, like any comments, all that. We're not doing any of that. All we do is we provide an API that has in a front end that connects to this. Okay, that's essentially what VC is. It connects on top of this. Supercode Monkey said, I love the way you told yesterday you don't want to earn, you want to build the community. 100%. Yeah, as you guys know, and I'll just talk about this a little bit. So for anybody new that is joining the community and is watching, if you're new around here, I know there's a lot of new people coming in. I am not interested in being a content creator. I am not interested in making money from YouTube or making money from sponsors. I am interested in this mission, in sharing the mission, and to build a community. So what I ask you guys is that I ask that you guys all be engaged members of the BridgeMind community, okay? Because, I watch other people that make content on the internet and people that are, let's say content creators. I mean, you could put me in the class of a content creator because I do make content and I do share it on the internet. But the thing is that there's a big difference between a content creator that is sharing a mission and a journey that is not looking to monetize that like through social media. And then there's another, category of a content creator that is solely making content because they want to monetize their audience and get a bunch of sponsors and make money from that, right? But the thing is I'm not interested in that. I'm not going to turn into an advertisement, okay? Like there's some content creators where it's like, whoa, this guy just turned into an ad, And that's not gonna be me, guys, I promise you. Yeah, J35 said I'm the vibe professor, let's go. Yeah, you can store the email and name, yeah. So it just means, when it's talking about, the 15,000 and whatnot, it's talking about, storing any information related to Google. So let's ask this. I think this is an important question. Do in-depth research and give me a firm estimate on the amount of days that it should take for me to be able to go from testing to actually getting verified and approved for production on each platform. So I think that's a really, really important question. And Ricky said, your content is the documentation of your journey, not your product. Exactly, Enrique. Aperium said, I love whiteboards because daily I will fill it with sketch to explain to my team leaders in my company. Yeah, me too, Aperium. Making money from YouTube. No, we work hard and earn money. That's it. Yeah. James said there's nothing wrong with making money from this, but so I got that, I made a post on X about it that I wasn't going to be bought by sponsors because I do have people that have come to me and they've said, hey, we'll pay you $5,000 to do XYZ, right? And I'm like, yeah, not interested. I don't need your $5,000, okay? That's not what's right for the BridgeMind community. It's not, as the figurehead of the community, I am not BridgeMind. BridgeMind is the community, right? I am the figurehead and a huge driving force behind the community. But I am not I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I'm trying to articulate it well. I'm not going to be bought and paid for, okay? I'm not going to be somebody that just is Matthew just switched up on us and now he's just every third video is him, doing a sponsorship. That's not my goal. That's not what I started out to do. And honestly, there's people in the comment sections and stuff that they'll say this. They'll say, okay, here's this. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay. Look at Instagram. Instagram is a long, long time. Okay, so definitely, that is in our timeline. Yeah, XLI. Yeah, right now, XLI said right now, bro's the sugar daddy. Yeah, I'm literally for the people paying out of pocket, losing money. I'm like, hey, it's all right. I'll take the loss, guys. And Ricky said figurehead is the wrong word. That means that you're the face, but not actually in control. A person who is the symbolic head of an organization, but lacks real power. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, good point. Supercode Monkey said, you will be someone in the future that we will be proud of. Thanks, man. Yeah, Riley Brown responded to one of my posts on X and he said, he was like, hey, there's nothing wrong with taking money from sponsors. You can do it in a tasteful way. And I just responded to him and I said, yeah, I get that. I understand that. It makes sense. But it's not what the mission is about, okay? The mission is about proving what's possible with AI and proving that with persistence and with consistency, you can achieve great things. It's not about me switching up. It's not about me building up an audience and a community and then just saying, yeah, guys, now it's time to profit off all you guys. Like, that just doesn't feel right. So, yeah. All right, so look at this. So here's the timetable. Also, we need to check this out. What's going on over here? This is still working. Okay. Yeah, it's all about the mission, guys. Something weird going on with production server here. Okay. So here's the timelines. So literally with X, it's immediate. Apparently we can get on X immediately. And then these other ones are giving us some more. And Ricky said, keeping Twitch chat moving. Let's go, Enrique. Riley Brown. Gene Rue said, for schedule over on Twitch. Gene Roy said, for scheduled posting, do you store that data or is the scheduled post handled through the YouTube API? Yeah, so that's a great question, right? So how it works, and I'll just kind of draw up on here while this is working and try to figure out that auth bug. So yeah, I mean, so what you do, right, is you don't actually store any of the data. So let's say that you have the API here. This is our API, okay? So our API has a root. Let's say the root is at YouTube/publish. And all this root does is it makes a request to the YouTube API, okay? It literally just makes a request to the YouTube API, and that's all it does. And then the YouTube API actually is the one that handles, we handle the posting from the API to the YouTube API, which then handles the uploading and posting, right? Yeah, Bridgemind is on Twitch, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely trying to build the Twitch platform up because I think there's a ton of lost potential there. If we want to grow the community, we're going to have to get off YouTube, if that makes sense. Like, we're going to have to grow beyond just YouTube. So if you guys can go over to Twitch, there's a link in the description down below, and support over there as well. I think that'd be good. Like right now, there's 11 people watching on Twitch. If you guys could just hang out there and watch from there as well, that'd be good. J35, thank you. Yeah, J35 said, I hope it is being scheduled through YouTube API or Google coming for us. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 15 racks, yeah. Okay, so Tech said, but didn't you already integrate with X and all? Because I can see you are replying and posting content. So what integrations are you doing here? So that's a good question. So there's a difference between getting it working with a sandbox or a test account versus actually deploying this to production and getting this working in production, okay? So the reason that I have this timetable kind of filled out is because this is estimating the timeline for us to actually be able to release ViewCreator 2.0. So, for example, the target date to release ViewCreator 2.0 is January 1st, 2026. I think that Linux thing made a good point when we were having a conversation. He said, hey, listen, with the holidays coming up, even if you're trying to launch all this stuff, you're gonna have a pretty difficult time launching during the holiday season. People have other stuff going on. And I think that there's a really good point to that, okay? And, I think to have that target date of January 1st means that, hey, let's get this polished, let's get this launched, and let's get this cooking. And, yeah, 12 people over on Twitch. Guys, let's jack the Twitch number up. Like, I don't think we've ever had, this is the most people we've ever had watching on Twitch, and it's like we have 71, like we have such a big audience now that, yeah, like some of you guys go over to Twitch. If you are a loyal member of the Bridgemind community, head over to Twitch, follow on Twitch, interact and chat, engage. Like, the more that you guys engage in chat and interact in chat, the better the Bridgemind community is going to grow. So you know, definitely a side note. Like, literally, if you guys just spam W in the chat right now, we're going to get more people watching. It's like the YouTube algorithm and the Twitch algorithm, you know? So W's in the chat, guys. All right, so real-world data, 2 to 3. I mean, yeah, I think that we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to get started on this. And I think that we're going to have to get started on this today. Man, GPT-5 Codex High is way off on this. It just keeps, like, trying to make these weird requests. Identify what the source of the issue is. You keep doing stupid stuff. Try again. Identify what the source of the 500 error is. Hey, Twitch chat, let's go. All right. W Bridge, W's, let's go. Shout out to Alma, shout out to PNK Sounds, shout out to Shri, shout out to J35, let's go, guys. PNK, thank you. Sync Dev, let's go. Alma, let's go. W's in the chat, guys. So let's see if we can actually fix this. It looks like there's some, because of through, okay. Okay. Push-ups, all right, W's in the chat, guys. We're gonna do some push-ups. I want crazy W's in the chat. Crazy W's in the chat, guys. Let's run it up, all right? Let's run it up. Yeah, you keep doing stupid stuff. Did you guys see that, my prompt? I said in my prompt, you keep doing stupid stuff. I was like, nah, fix it. All right, W's in the chat. Who wants to do some push-ups? J35, you don't have mod? Oh, shoot. All right, hold up. Let me give, does Shri want to be mod? Who wants to be mod in Twitch chat? Because mod is up for... Oh, yeah, J35 here. Let me give you Twitch mod. All right. Shri, do you want mod? Who wants mod in Twitch? All right. Also, who's ready to do some freaking push-ups? Let's go. Yeah, mod is up for sale. Shri said, let's go. I need it. All right. All right, Shri, you're going to get modded. And Ricky, you're going to get modded. Let's go. We got hella mods over on Twitch. Let's go. All right, Overnight Software, let's go. Overnight Software is going to get a coffee. Let's go. Let's do some push-ups, guys. Let's get it. I still got to work out later, though, so I'm going to try and save a little bit of my energy. Random Stuff said, bro, you got my 46-year-old out of shape butt doing push-ups. Let's go. Shout out to Random Stuff. Let's go, man. I mean, here's my perspective on it, okay? Guys, if we continue on this trajectory, if the BridgeMind community, the BridgeMind army, okay? If we can mold a mindset around becoming better every day, there's nothing that's going to stop us, okay? And you guys know what I'm working on. You guys are working on your own stuff. And yeah, like, get better every day. Be unfazed, work hard, give it your all. Let's go. All right, water bottle. Water bottle mountain's getting bigger. There's probably like 40 water bottles in the corner now. All right, let's deploy this. Weird 500 error. I think there was some server-side props or something that was rendering that like we're getting thrown off or something. Let's go here. OTP lib. Alma over on YouTube keeps just spamming W. Let's go. Pancake Sound said that he's doing crunches today. Arms are dead after the 140. I did the last few. Yeah. Dang, 140. Let's go. Guys, I think there's a big difference between people that think in terms of like days and then people that think in terms of years, okay? And they all connect to each other, right? But, you know, back to the point that I was making at the very start of the stream, here's the way that I think, okay? Super Code Monkey said, you haven't replied yet. I'm building an app where it has flyers and the store products in it. I'm struggling with UI. I use Codex, but I need some suggestions to build fast. Is the UI what's bugging you? Because I would say the, definitely for the UI, Claude Code in Opus. If you have Opus, pretty good model for UI. So I would try that out. But also using like some UI libraries like 21st Dev can also be helpful. Alma said, what is your PR push-ups count? At least on stream, I think 60 on stream. Alma gassed up. Let's go. So I want to kind of talk a little bit about this because I was talking about it at the start of the stream, but you know, I want to re-emphasize the point, okay? Because I think it's important, okay? So whenever you're doing something, okay? Whenever you're doing something, like whenever you have a goal or a mission or whatever you're doing, okay? It's going to be like this, okay? Like, let's say you have 1 week, okay? You have a week, right? You're going to have, in the week, you're going to have ups and downs like this. You know, whoa, you know? This is like a week, right? So this is what a week looks like. And then, you know, a month, you know, things are on average going to go like this. They're still going to have these little, you know, ups and downs, right? But then when you go a year out, 1 year, this is what the graph starts to look like. And this is the focus. So you should really just be drawing your attention to this right here. And it's, you know, it's that point that you're going for. So right now, you know, if we're right here, you know, the mission is, hey, you have to be unfazed and you have to know where you're actually headed and what the mission is. You know what I mean? And so I think that's very, very important and just something that I truly do believe in. So what am I building? I'm building ViewCreator.ai. Super Code Monkey wants mod. All right, we're building a mod army over on Twitch. So, you know, just as a side note to the community, we're going to be definitely trying to grow a little bit more on Twitch, okay? As a community, we're going to be working on Twitch a little bit more. I'm going to be working harder to pay more attention. So, yeah, W mods. Neek over on YouTube said, find a UI you like, send screenshots to the model, and it'll make something similar. Don't rely on UI purely based on chats. That's a good point. Yeah, that's good advice. So right now we have this pushing to production, but while that goes, like I think that we actually need to start thinking through one at a time and to start tackling the verification process, okay? And in order to do that, just a side note, I think that this is going to be a little bit of a tedious process and one that we should get started on today. And that means that I'm going to be doing not much, like we need to start the verification process today, okay? That's what I just decided. We're going to start the verification process today, okay? Because if we want to bring ViewCreator 2.0 to the market and we want to accomplish this vision, then we need to get started on it right now. We can't keep sitting on our hands and knees knowing that, okay, it works in testing and we can do all this in testing. That means nothing, okay? What we've done in the past 6 days, it's worthless, okay? It's worthless. And yes, we have accomplished a lot. But remember, in terms of the ultimate vision, what we've done is meaningless and we should be unfazed by the significant amount of process that we've made. Okay, by the significant amount of progress that we've made. You know, it's like you should have the same mindset regardless of your situation, okay? Regardless of how positive is, regardless how negative is, you need to be able to have it. Coming over from YouTube IG, started watching today. Awesome seeing your progress, loving the energy as well. Thank you, Zell. Thank you for supporting on Twitch. Okay, so with this being said, I think that we need to actually start to break this down today and start the verification process. We need to start this right now. We can't sit around anymore. So let's get this pushed to production, because I know for a fact that we're gonna have to actually get it working into production so that we can make, like, you know, demo videos and whatever else we have to make, okay? PNK said, exactly, don't just do the math, prove it with experience, then get your Nobel Prize. Let's go. So I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, as this, I think we're still deploying to production here, but this is what we're looking at. It says, in terms of, like, it just gave us a massive, but here is the chart that, you know, I want to draw everybody's attention to, okay? We need to study this, because this is what's stopping us from launching ViewCreator 2.0 at this point. In just 6 days, we were able to build, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I thought it was going to take us all of November to get these APIs hooked up, and we were able to get it hooked up in 6 days. So that means that, what is the next step? What is the next step of this process? Well, it's pretty obvious, okay? We need to actually get this deployed all the way, okay? So I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then after I get back, we're gonna make sure that this is deployed to production. We're gonna test stuff in production. As I said, create working in production. We actually need all of this working in production. So we're gonna take a look at how things are looking into production, and then we are going to do what's needed and test based off of that. All right, let's get it. Yeah, 10K subs soon for sure. And Ricky said, dude, I thought it would be a grind. Then in like 3 days, the function was already there. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I mean, we completely reinvented ViewCreator inside of 6 days. Like, do you guys understand? Like, if you guys go back, I mean, day 20, if anybody is like new around here and you want to go back to see where we've come from, just go back to the day 20 stream. The day 20 stream is where I started working on ViewCreator. And I mean, it's just crazy how far we've come. It's crazy. All right. So best case, look at all the best cases. Best case, immediate. Worst case, immediate. So X is literally immediate. Yeah, Tyler. Yep. Pac said he just came from YouTube. Let's go. Thanks for supporting the Twitch. So, X we can get going immediately. Is ViewCreator working yet? Or is it still down? That's still down. Ugh. All right. That's an issue. There's no reason that should be down. I mean, is it caching something? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, only the OGs know hypertech. Okay. Why don't you revert the commit? Too much was done in that commit. What is causing that? Hold on. I've never had this issue before. Maybe Codex? No network calls are being made. So it definitely is a UI side error. It's just like something's being blocked. In production, I am getting this 500 server error and nothing is loading. Identify the sole cause of this. I am getting a 500 internal server error at ViewCreator.ai in production. Review the console logs as well as the screenshot and identify the sole cause of this. Pinpoint the bug. Pinpoint the bug. Let's go. Yeah, the shirt, I think it's silk. I don't know. PNK said you are on a high like I was after I kept running into performance issues with JS and HTML, so I switched to C++ and it's too fast, so I have to cap frames now. Let's go. All right, weird error. Weird error here. Yeah, I might have to hit it with the or else prompt for sure. Because we need to test this in production, so I'm like, what in the world happened in production? Okay, somebody, DJK Slag said other pages work for him. So let's try, what is it, the sign up? Oh, wow. Okay, big shout out to DJK Slag. So it's just that home page, actually. It's just the home page. Okay, so can we authenticate? Hold up. All right. Oh my gosh, guys. Let's go. Hey, Robodex, what's up, man? Robodex is an OG. Robodex has been around here since the goalpost days. He just subscribed to the starter. Thanks, man. All right. So we're in production, all right? The big question, okay, folks? The big question. Oh, actually, I know for a fact that this isn't going to work. We don't have our EMV fares hooked up yet. So we'll have to do connect socials, but the problem is a lot of these socials, I don't actually have the environment variables hooked up yet. So I'm gonna have to update the environment variables in the task definition. How many hours do I work in a day? So Haman, pretty much I just work all the time. Right now, the mission that I'm on requires me to be fully locked in, and I'm pretty much working all the time, except the only thing that I do to not work is I just have to like keep my mind healthy. Like I actually just bought a cold plunge that I could have at my house So I was going to this cold plunge place, and I still go there, but I did buy a cold plunge so I could cold plunge any time of the day for my house. So, yeah, error. Okay, so shout out to Shri over on Twitch. He said error on the user API, maybe curl HTTPS in the main page. Yeah. Well, the 401 for the API me route is just because you don't have an account, so it shouldn't be kicking that. PNK Sound said, work hours, what's that? I just pass out and wake up with an adrenaline rush, like what's next, 100%. All right. I do think YouTube will work. Let's see if we can get YouTube. Okay, so not YouTube. What is, okay, I'm gonna have to go to AWS and actually check out what EMV bears are set up. I'm pretty sure a lot of them just have like placeholders for now. ViewCreator is back on track. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's see here. So I'm gonna go over to ECS. You guys can't see this, sensitive. But ECS, and I need to go to the task definition to see, all right, what EMV vars are set and which ones do we need to, you know, set up. So for that 400 error there, I'm assuming that, yeah. So in Secret Manager, Alma said, why when I create an account on Bridgemine website, does it continue with the 404? I don't really keep track, like the Bridgemine website, I don't really like, at least right now, I haven't really worked on that website enough. It's not a priority right now. So any errors maybe, maybe, you know, maybe left unchecked for a while. All right. So let me check these EMV vars. All right. So EMV var, I hope, honestly, I hope that it's not, they're not set. Okay, nice. Okay, so it's all placeholders. Okay, so it's all placeholders. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually go over and I'm going to pull up Visual Studio Code. And actually, I'm going to go over here. All right, guys, it's gonna be a little bit of a locked in time right now. I'm gonna try and, I'm kind of locked in for a bit, just like doing stuff. So I hope that you guys are grinding, but I need to get this working in production. So bear with me here. Here, I'll switch the cam. No, actually the stream crashed. The stream crashed yesterday when I tried that, so. Sean, what's up? All right, let's go over here. All right. All right. So the first thing I need is the Google YouTube client ID, which I have. Right now it's just a placeholder, so let me edit this. Drop in the actual client ID here. All right, now go back to there. Now I have to drop in the Google Client secret. All right, and now I have to do the correct redirect URI. So let's drop this here. And this is why I love AWS, guys. You know, when you're scaling, I know it's expensive, but for enterprise grade applications, I would highly recommend AWS. All right, Google redirect URI, API, OAuth. Perfect. All right. So this will solve the Google issue. So I'm going to update the service, force a new deployment, and just click update. And we should be good. In about 2 minutes, this is going to redeploy. Zuhaib, how's it going? Welcome back. Domain managing, let's go. Why not host on Vercel? Vercel, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, first of all, we have a Postgres database, so you couldn't do a Postgres database on Vercel. And I like to manage everything in the same place. Like, I like to be able to manage all my infrastructure in the same place. Also, guys, if you guys have not already liked and subscribed, we're about to hit 7,100 subscribers. So let me see here. How far are we away? Let's see. We are only 8 subscribers away from 7,100, guys. Let's hit it. You know what's crazy is that yesterday on stream, we hit 6,900. And I was like, guys, we might hit 7,000 tomorrow. And then, boom. Cody said, you deploying to ECS, Lambda, SST. Yeah, so, Cody, we set up our infrastructure literally on like day 30 of the series. So we've been deployed for a minute. You know, but yeah, I'm just deploying right now because right now we're in production and we need to actually test the Connect Socials functionality. So I just updated like my secrets because I just had placeholders in there so the services would spin up. But yeah, it's just ECS Fargate. Autoscaler. Bruh, thank you for subscribing. Let's go. Appreciate the support. Hypertech said, bro, where's the dog? Never seen it for a while now. Well, actually, the dog is technically not my dog. My parents... that's like the dog when I had growing up. I did grow up in the area that I live now, so I grew up about 20 minutes away. My parents live about 20 minutes away from me, so whenever they go out of town, they let me keep the dog. That was essentially like my household dog. His name is Big T, as you guys know. I think he's going to be... the next time I get to watch him is going to be in like January, and it's going to be for like a week, so he'll be on stream for that week. Danny said this channel is growing like my cursor bill. Let's go, W Dan in the chat. Let's get it. Yeah, so we have this push to production. And I mean, look at this, guys. Boom, 7K. Let's get it. Did you use DigitalOcean to host your backend? DigitalOcean is like Netlify. Like DigitalOcean, I remember learning about DigitalOcean when I was like initially learning how to program because it's like for beginners. Where am I located? Indianapolis. Shri, let's go, W. Yo, big shout out to Shri on Twitch. He's a new mod on Twitch. I appreciate it, man. All right. So let me check if this service is now spun up. Sorry, you guys are kind of sitting in limbo here as I update this. I believe this task is now updated. It actually, all right, it's still, okay, it is running. It is running. So we should be able to connect the YouTube now. Let's go. YouTube, blocked. You're activated. Pull up here. Why did I get this? Redirect URI mismatch. All right, I need to yeah, that was created by ViewCreator, Imperium. That was, okay, get this, Imperium. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, okay, who in chat would like a demo of our new create feature, okay? Because this feature is cracked. If you guys haven't seen it, please drop a W in the chat if you want me to do a quick demo of it, because it's insanely cracked. All right, so it looks like this should be good to deploy. We'll test it. No biggie if it doesn't. All right, I see crazy W's in chat. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick little demo of ViewCreator 2.0 and what you're gonna be able to do with it. And guys, like, my confidence about this project is going through the roof, because as a creator and as a business owner, I know how powerful this is going to be. So let's head over to our local host. So this is locally, okay? But this is gonna be in ViewCreator 2.0. So let's head over, let's click sign in. Looks like we're not authenticated, or is there something wrong with our API? Yeah. All right, hold up. We gotta fix this real quick here. All right, let me run this real quick. All right, let's go over here. Okay, so for the demo, guys, this is a ViewCreator demo. As you guys know, in 6 days, we have been able to completely re-envision the project. So you have platform tools, right? But honestly, the biggest thing about ViewCreator is now this create wizard, okay? So the create wizard, you can go in with brand profiles, you can set up a brand profile, okay? And what we'll ultimately do is we'll change this, we'll drop the brand, it's just gonna be profiles, okay? Because, you know, remember, ViewCreator is for content creators or anybody creating content on social media. That could be content creator, it could be a person creating faceless YouTube videos, it could be a brand that's actually trying to manage their brand. So we're gonna drop the brand profiles and it's just gonna be called profiles. But with profiles, what you're able to do is you are able to set up information about your brand or your account, whatever, right? And then you actually connect accounts. So you can connect X accounts, you can connect YouTube accounts, you can connect Facebook accounts, you can connect Instagram accounts, you can connect TikTok accounts. And then once you've set that up, you can go to the create page and you can go to this. The first step is to choose the profile that you want to use to publish a post, okay? So we're gonna use BridgeMind, okay? And the second step is what kind of format do you want to create? Are you creating a short video that's 9:16? Are you creating a long video that's 16:9? Are you creating a multi-image post like a carousel or a slideshow? Are you creating a single image, or are you creating a text-only post? So you decide, okay, let's just do a single image, okay? So the next step is you choose which accounts you actually want your post to go to, okay? So let's say that we want to post this on the BridgeMind X, the BridgeMind Facebook, and the BridgeMind Instagram. So then you go to continue to publish, and on this page, this is where you're actually able to publish your media. So you have two options. You can either obviously just drag and drop the media that you want to upload and post, or you can click generate with AI. When you click generate with AI, based on what format you selected, it's going to pop up a modal based on that format type. So as you can see here, since we're generating just a singular image, it's going to pop up the generate image model, where I'm able to use either a text to image model to create from scratch, or an image to image model to be able to edit an existing image. So let's say that I use image to image, and let's just drop in like some random image here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Let's do this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of me with some sunglasses on here. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna act all like cool. So we're gonna drop this into downloads here. I'll actually just drop it directly in. So here's our image, okay? And we drop that in, and we can adjust the creativity level. Let's have it be real creative. And then my prompt is gonna be, create a post with this man with a tech background that says vibe coding is the future, and the BridgeMind community is building it. Oh, that's so badass. Oh yeah, all right. So let's do a square image. So you have a couple different aspect ratios to choose from, and then you just click generate image, okay? So you're able to generate an image. And Ricky said, I currently pay for Hootsuite and your app is better for my use cases, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, okay, so it already generated the image. Okay, that's awesome. All right. It even, oh my gosh, guys. All right, W's in the chat, W's in the chat. I want to see crazy W's in the chat for the vibe coding. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're not done yet. All right, so we just created the image. So now what we do is now we can actually caption this image, and this is going to be a work in progress. So this does technically work. I don't like it that much yet, but you can technically click create with AI and choose a tone of how you want it to be. So I'm going to do promotional and just click create, and it's able to actually use you know, the context of the image, the context of the brand profile to be able to create the caption. But it's not that great yet. We literally just one-shotted it, and yeah, we'll improve this. But all right, so yeah, it's going based off of the BridgeMind brand profile. So I'm just gonna do and the BridgeMind community is building it. All right, and then here we go. And then all you have to do is then you just click publish, and it's gonna publish to those 3 channels that you actually selected for it to publish. So it goes to this publishing page, and you can actually kind of watch the queue. So this one's publishing, it's queued to publish here. So this is now publishing, that's now done. And it needs some polishing, right? But now, you know, let's see. Zuhaib said ViewCreator is going to change the way people create social media content. 100%. Yep. So now let's go over to BridgeMind and let's see, did that actually post over on my X account? Boom! Let's go! Posted. And I'm not logged in on my computer on these platforms. But let's go over to Instagram and let's see, did that post on Instagram? Oh, look, a little post on Instagram, guys. Vibe coding is the future, and the BridgeMind community is building it. And then let's see, what's the other platform that I posted it on? Oh, I think let's see here. I think Facebook. Oh yeah, look, little post 1 minute ago on Facebook. I mean, guys. Yeah, huge W's. How does it publish? Jason, so we integrated with all of these different social media APIs, and we did it in 6 days. Because with relentless execution and drive, we pursued our mission with unrelenting drive, okay? And we did that in 6 days. So this is all in 6 days. So, you know, all right, let's see also, is this should be working now, right? ViewCreator.ai. Oh man, still 500 here. Sign up. Okay. But if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, actually, I think we need to pull this up because, hold up, I think we have a milestone that we're about to hit. So let's pull this up, guys. Hold on here. Oh shoot, you guys see what I'm seeing? Oh, I don't want to miss it. All right, guys, whoever hasn't subscribed, let's go. It's time to sub. 7,100. Let's go. Yep, you can schedule posts as well. All right, let's get to 1,000 or 7,100. Sorry, we grew too fast. Forgot. Just a couple days ago, we were at 1,000. Jason, so most of the APIs are free, not X. Let's go. Is anybody doing it like the BridgeMind community? I don't think so. Thank you guys for 7,100. Appreciate the support. Wow, that's incredible. Let's go. All right. All right, so Brother Code said, congrats, Matt, and the music hits hard for the demo. Make a short out of this demo. Brother Codes, thank you. This is your marketing video. All right, if anybody can clip that, I appreciate it. Brother Codes, also, you know, I just want to say, like, I just really genuinely do appreciate this community. Like, I just want you guys to know that. And one thing I'll tell you what, like, I genuinely am going to take 0 sponsors. I don't want their money. I don't need their money. I'm all about the community. And sponsors and making money off the audience is not what matters. It's actually building a true community. Appearing by the end of the month. How about by the end of next week, dude? We're going to hit 8K so fast. Let's go, Danny. Web dev, Cody said, I have to know, did you work as a salesman at some point? The presentation style is on point. Yeah, so when I was a freshman in college, I worked at a startup, and yeah, I worked as their lead business development manager as a freshman. I stirred up $250,000 in sales for the startup. So that's kind of how I got my toes wet in the startup world. Is I was working at this guy's company, great guy, but I closed 200. Actually, it was like 262 something thousand. I was 19, and it was a startup. It was a 262,000 in contracts. Nah, Zenzov, not the 5K one. We're gonna get the $200 one. So what is going on here? Your update did not fix the issue. Also, please note that this 500 error is only happening on the home page. So identify what the home page is doing that's causing this error. Your updates did not fix it. So frustrating. Okay, so we're waiting on that, but also we have this issue in back before you hit 7,100. 80% commission. Nah, the commission was like 10%. So I mean, I did run up kind of a little bit of a bag as a 19-year-old, but not nothing crazy. All right, so let me do. Also, shout out to W Dan for the starter membership. Brother Code said, "I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, and thank you to you, Brother Codes, because honestly, you definitely helped me. Think through that YouTube API. Brother Codes was like, nah, man, it's not that hard. I was like, all right. I was like, if Brother Codes is saying I can do it, then I can do it. So I really appreciate you guys. All right, so ViewCreator API. Right now in production, when I try to connect to YouTube, I'm getting this error. And let's see here. So what it actually is the error again? So if I go to connect socials and I go to connect account, go to YouTube. So it's this here. Review the screenshot in depth and identify what is causing this redirect URI issue. The Gato said, freaking dig this community. Let's go, the Gato. And that's the thing is, it's like, I think it becomes a community when the person that is leading it is not trying to make a bunch of profit off of the community. It's like you have content creators out there that are like, oh, I have this great community. Let me now profit off of them. And then it turns into like a joke, right? Because everybody's like, all right, so this isn't actually authentic. You're just trying to like make money off of me, basically. And this is one thing that I promise you guys, I will not do that. Add production redirect URIs in Google's Cloud Console. Yeah, maybe there is a misconfiguration. Okay, actually, shout out to Shri, because I did add it. So, just for example, I do have, the callback, but it may be possible that I misconfigured the redirect URI in the Google Cloud Console. So let's take a look at that and see, okay, what actually caused that? Okay, we're going to take a look at that. Scott asked, how many hours a day are you coding? So, I mean, right now, as you guys know, I'm totally 100% all in. My life is like, I am like one with the force right now. Pretty much everything that I do is associated with this mission. I'm not interested in having any relationships with females or wasting my time on degenerate activities that other 23-year-olds do. Actually, speaking of which, let's do some push-ups, guys. It's been too long. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, quick 50 bomb, sorry. Had to keep the energy going. Linux, let's go. Yeah. Alma asked, does ViewCreator have the ability to schedule a post that I want to post next week? Yep. It does. And that's the thing. I think that when you are fully dedicated, when you have taken complete responsibility and ownership, that's when you can make progress in life. All right, let's check this out. So the redirect URIs. All right, shout out to Shri. Using the AWS profile, you can access the AWS account and review what is in the secrets, and then also review both screenshots and identify what is the misconfiguration here. Note that it is working locally, but it is not working in production. Diagnose and pinpoint the cause of this issue. All right, let's go. Let's go, chat. Yeah, this monitor is nice. Yusuf said, what did you spend the 25K on that you invest in the app? So I haven't spent the 25K yet. I just made the investment because I know that we are going to be building a vibe coding super team. And when I say super team, I'm referring to a team of highly intelligent and driven individuals that believe that AI and agentic coding are the future. You know, okay, wait. It said that I identified the issue looking at the screenshots in the second screenshot shows the authorized redirect URIs. So okay. Okay, perfect. It fixed it. So we're good. It was missing an API pre-root. All right, we're good. The reason that it worked on my machine and not in the cloud is because the environment in the environment variable in our ECS task definition was missing the API prefix. So pretty simple fix there. Doristo, I would suggest ChatGPT Max for sure. Imperium, I think that if somebody is trying to decide, like if your budget is literally just $200, I would not suggest Cursor. You're most likely going to hit your limit. Like if you're programming a lot, you're probably going to hit that Cursor Ultra limit. I'll be honest. You're going to hit that quick. Doristo, it's not weekly limits, it's monthly limits. So literally, like you can deplete everything in like the first month. It's pretty rough. Let's go, Doristo. DJ Slag said, it'd be cool if the scheduled overview is like a calendar. I feel like that would make it easy to do it, get a quick overview. 100%. That's where we're headed. I mean, we can start building that. All right, let's do it. Note that users can schedule these posts, so I need to add a new calendar page. I already have a calendar page set up. You can review it, but right now the calendar page is not actually hooked up with any logic associated with actually pulling in the different scheduled posts. So review it in depth and completely update and change the styling so that it actually connects with API routes to be able to pull in scheduled posts that are scheduled for each days. Make sure that it factors in time zones respectively. Use the user's time zone on the machine to do the conversion, not the one that's in the time zone in their user table. Don't worry about that field. Completely redesign and rethink the calendar page and actually integrate it with specific API routes that are for this functionality. Let's go, guys. All right, yes, this one. All right, I'm gonna use Composer 1. It's probably gonna be able to, I should be able to one-shot this, honestly. So we'll see. See you, Jesse. Thanks for tuning in, man. See you tomorrow. What app am I using right now on the main screen? I am using ViewCreator. ViewCreator is an all-in-one platform for content creators and brands. Guys, all right, I'm cracking myself up. So it's just that so many of you guys know the pitch. You guys know the pitch, but I'll just keep practicing it. I'll keep practicing it. It'll be a good thing. But there's just so many of you guys that are OGs that know what the pitch of ViewCreator is, that are like, all right, he's gonna hit him with the ViewCreator pitch again. But yeah, this is ViewCreator. This is the app that we've been working on. All right, J35 wants the full pitch over on Twitch. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about what ViewCreator is. So ViewCreator is an all-in-one AI platform where content creators and brands are able to create viral content using AI. So you can go all the way from content ideation to content creation to content scheduling and posting, all inside of one platform. What ViewCreator allows you to do is it allows you to easily be consistent on social media. As one very, very critical part of social media and being able to scale is to be able to be consistent. And without a unified platform or a unified way to be able to create content, it becomes increasingly difficult for content creators and brands to be able to manage their platforms and scale their businesses accordingly. I don't know, that's the start of it, but you guys can let me know. I'm building it out, but we're getting good at it. No, I don't like microservices. Did it do I don't think it did a redesign here. 11. Okay, so it does work. Okay, so it does work. You guys can see that did pull in the scheduled post that we made yesterday. But now it needs to do a complete redesign. Do a complete redesign. Use a component, a new calendar component, completely rebuild the calendar page. Envision a completely new structure. Unknown, how's it going? Scott said, are you using StreamYard? No, I'm using a top secret platform called Restream. Silent Spectre, what's up, man? Silent Spectre said, congrats on 7K, man. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, J35 said W pitch. Yeah. Yeah, the pitch is getting locked in, man. You know? I mean, I think what's cool is that you guys are starting to see that I just am really, really starting to believe in the product. And that's the biggest thing for me, is that for me, when we just had the AI tools, it was missing that extra thing. I knew that it was missing that end-to-end integration. So now that we have this end-to-end integration, I just believe in it so much that, you know, there's just nothing that's going to stop us. Because when you have an entrepreneur that believes in his vision and believes in what the purpose of the mission is, you become unstoppable. And I think that I'm now, obviously you guys can tell, I'm getting to that point. I mean, everything is just blowing up, you know, and it's like, hey, even in these ups and downs, like I said, it doesn't matter. Our vision is in the long term, okay? Thanks, J35. All right, so it did kind of re-envision the page, but not very well. But let's go to week list. So here's like a list of all the scheduled posts. So we only had one scheduled post technically. So technically speaking, it was only one. Also, let's actually go back now and see, can we connect this? Because I do believe that the API was reset. So let's see if we can actually go to this now. Still redirect mismatch? What the heck? Hold on here. Because that should have been fixed. So let's review. Also, did this Codex terminal... Okay, so unknown, I'm using Cursor and Codex, a blend of the two, but Cursor and Codex are definitely my favorites. All right, so the shader animation, it looks like, was causing some issues. Let's see here. All right, let's get it. Yeah, this is Cursor. Yo, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. I see we got 96 watchers and only, let me redo a refresh real quick. 96 watchers and only 78 likes. So if you are watching and have not already liked the stream, make sure you do so. Okay, so this looks like it is building. So we are good to deploy here. I think I already did deploy, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So let's just push this to production here. All right, so we're gonna merge this, deploy, 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 let's go. All right, so what happens in ECS? That's what I need to figure out. So ECS, I mean, did a deployment fail? I mean, what happened here? So, yeah, so I can see that it didn't actually update this, it looks like. So I can see the last task ran 30 minutes ago, and then logs here. Yeah, so I need to go here. Yes, implement this fix, update the task definition, and redeploy the service. Actually confirmed with me. Yeah, the coding Tom Holland. Cody, yeah, I do need the pull-up bar. That'd be insane. What if, like, I just turn this into... I mean, guys, I did get a cold plunge today. So what if, like, in the room... I'm not going to do this. But what if in the room I had, like, the cold plunge right here? I mean, you'll get in that cold plunge and it'll lock you in. I'm not kidding. Like, I'll have come off a full day of work. Dawson Dance, what's up, man? How's it going? Let's go. Yeah, there's a 500 error in live. It's known from all. Thank you. We're fixing it right now. It's been like a little bit persistent, but it should be fixed within the next like 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah, what if like right here, I was like, all right, what if instead of push-ups, I just did like a cold plunge? I was like, all right, guys, cannonball. Nah, I think that's doing too much. But the push-ups are chill. All right, I would like to redesign this. I'm not a big fan. I mean, here is your calendar, right? The modal looks terrible. I mean, maybe there's a way to make this modal better. It's just that it like this is a terrible calendar component. So let's try a different model that's maybe a little bit smarter. Actually, you know what is going to be a great model for this? We actually are going to use Claude Code for this because I want to do a complete redesign. Okay, so I want to do ViewCreator, Creator UI, and what we're going to do is we're going to launch Claude Code. And we're gonna use the Opus 4.1. Yeah, I've got a video on Kimmy K2 thinking on the channel. I used it the other morning. Okay, so we're gonna do model. We're gonna go to Opus, and we're going to do Ultra Think, and then we're going to drop in the calendar here. Or actually, let's just add calendar, right? Components calendar, pages calendar. I need you to completely re-envision this page. Use a completely different calendar component. Re-envision it with amazingly responsive models and make it incredibly modern using ShadCN and all the most modern styling. Completely re-envision and reconstruct this page. All right, what do you guys think of that? I just want to change it up with a smarter model, you know, so it'll get that I want to change. It'll get that I want to use ShadCN and a modern styling, so I think we should be good. J35 said I'll break the internet if I do that. You guys think if I do the cold plunge on stream, it'll go viral? What do you guys think? Let's see here. Imperium said, let's go. I am training an influencer on WAN 2.2 on RunPod. How come we bring AI influencer creator on ViewCreator? Like create AI influencer in different styles, consistent character. WAN 2.2 is best. Imperium, that's a great idea. Because, you know, what's going to end up happening is there's going to be just normal people, like content creators, where in a couple years, you are going to be able to create AI content creators where you can just be you sitting on a computer and you're going to be able to make a consistent character and post it onto social media. So that is what's coming. Imperium, I like your thinking. Let's have a conversation about it. Okay, so did I deploy this, right? I deployed that, so this is working. So we'll keep an eye on this, but also note that we are relaunching our ECS task definition. It looked like it just launched. So let's go back over to The ViewCreator creator UI, where is it? Let's just launch it again. Creator. Okay, so let's see if we can get. So it did refresh what we had. Yeah. Imperium, exactly. So let's go over here. So let's now go to connect accounts. Connect account, YouTube. So this shouldn't give us a redirect. Yeah, there we go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Okay, so let's see if we can connect BridgeMind, okay? So this is what I want to talk about just briefly, okay? So the reason that we're seeing this page, okay? So you can see Google hasn't verified this app. And what you guys are going to see right here is that if we just go to advanced, we can get past this, right? So you can go to viewcreator.ai unsafe, and you can basically go and you can actually connect this, okay? So yes, connect. Yes, I want to connect. Make sure you trust ViewCreator, and it's going to redirect me back to connect socials. Oh, it redirected me to localhost. Oh, man. So it hard-coded that, didn't it? Okay, so that is an issue. Okay. So I got redirected to the local host instead of the production environment after I connected a YouTube channel. Review this in complete depth and pinpoint what is causing this and patch the bug. First, try to pinpoint the bug, and if found, let me know that you found it. If not, tell me that you did not find the source of this error, as it could be on the front end and you could not have access to this. But if this is in the API, let me know that you found it. All right, so that should be fixed, but that actually does not have an effect on the actual account connection. Yeah, so that's a half W, so we'll fix that. That's an easy fix. But now that we go back to Creator UI, boom, guys. Let's look at that. Let's go. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. We got, so we did get the BridgeMind YouTube channel now connected to production here. So if I go over here, you can see that 7,110 subscribers. This is now connected. And if I want to manage my BridgeMind YouTube channel, oh, this is actually not, there's some feature flags. So there are some feature flags that I don't have access to. But for example, if I wanted to, okay, I haven't created, so there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't done yet, but connect socials, you know, that works. I'm using Passport, Cody. So, you know, I think that that's okay. Guys, we got to add one to the water bottle mountain. Yeah, Hypertech 100%. All right, so I am fixing this. Make sure that our AWS environment has this env var set to the correct value now. Remember that the front end domain for the creator UI is creator.viewcreator.ai. Jeez. Valento, that is Whisperflow. Figuring out the RO system for your water consumption. What's the RO? What is that? Review the AWS environment and make sure that the env vars are set correctly. All right, guys, so this is what we do around here. So at BridgeMind, we have something called the water bottle mountain, okay? You may be wondering, what is the water bottle mountain? Every time we finish a water bottle, instead of being like a normal person and throwing it in a trash can, we throw it over in the corner. And we're gonna see how big the mountain gets. You guys want to see how many are there? I don't have like a good camera angle on it right now. Okay, so is this now pushed? Okay, let's see what it does with the calendar component. As you guys remember, we are working on the calendar component. So let's go over here, connect socials, calendar. So that's refreshing. Yeah. Cursor. Siaman said, I'm 16 and I'm studying web development, full stack. Any advice? I would say figure out how to use AI in your workflow as best as possible, because that is the future of software development. Danny said, reverse osmosis water filtration system. No matter how bad your local tap water quality, it turns it into the same or better quality than premium water bottles. Dang. Valento asked, how much time did it take you for the whole thing? I mean, you can go back through the streams, but I pretty much have been working nonstop, no days off for since like August 2nd. So, all right, I need to use the restroom real quick. All right. Oops. Should have set the permissions to dangerously set, but that's all right. Cody said, first creator I've seen doing long streams of vibe coding. I'd love to be able to do something similar, but I got that full-time job bringing me down. Yeah. Cody, I saw that you got like 230,000 or something. I was like, is that not your full-time job? The 230,000? Because I was looking at your channel because somebody was like, hey, you know, this guy's like a big creator in the space. And so I checked out your channel. So I was like, dang, is that not your full-time job? Because this is my full-time job. But I'm also losing money. So I don't really make money. I'm about losing money around here. So I'm pretty much the sugar daddy of the freeloaders. I'm a man of the people. Overnight, I have not been working for 6 days on this project. I am working for like 2 months on this project. Oh, a side hustle? Okay, interesting. Yeah. Rest in peace to full-time job. Stopping the stream grind. Yeah, I'm not taking. I'm about taking losses. Okay, I actually thrive on losing more money. So, you know, that's why I invested more money into the business, because I actually wasn't losing enough. So I was like, shoot, we need to start losing more money. But soon, what you guys are gonna see is, as we have depicted, this is going to take off like you could never imagine. Legato said that he has a full-time job, but do vibe coding at night to make it my full-time job. Let's go, man. Xprop said, just joined. Should I post in feedback? I don't see the upcoming project showcase. Maybe because I'm new to the Discord. Xprop, so Xprop just asked a good question over on Twitch. He said, hey, I don't see the upcoming showcase. So let me go over to this here. So the upcoming event. So as you guys know, we have a cool event that's every week on in our BridgeMind Discord. So where is it actually? So if I go up to events, yeah, so one event up here. So Sunday, November 16th at 2 p.m. It looks like 20 people are already going to be going to this event, but I'm going to copy this event and I'm going to share it in the Discord. Make sure you come to this. All right, so I'm just gonna say, make sure you come to this. The community is growing, and we need to be supportive of one another. Let's go. So, guys, you know, that's one thing is like the reason that we have this project sharing event is because I want to take I like to take this like obviously with the streams and everything, you guys know what I'm doing, but you know, I want you guys to be able to have the opportunity to share what you're doing and to also benefit from the BridgeMind community yourselves, right? So, I think in the last event, we had a 50% increase week over week from the amount of people that attended the event. So the first time we did the event, I think like there was like an average of like 21 people in the event. And then the last week, it was actually like an average of 32. So it was a 50% increase. So I hope that this upcoming week, we can continue that trajectory and like 45 people show up to the event and are watching and hang out, because I think last week 7 people were able to come up on stage with me and to present their projects and to get feedback. And you know, there's like some brilliant people in this community. I will tell you what, there's one guy that's working on an AI agentic coding tool. It's incredible. Cody said, keep doing what you're doing and go all in. I got kids and family, so I can't risk doing full content creation. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. The Gato said, I'm working to join it this week. Let's go, the Gato. Yeah, excited to see what you're working on. Dawson Dan said, own a small business, been able to save a ton of time and outsource loads of work through Vibin. Sennheiser, how's it going? Time for the graph. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, it's like the best times to take risks are when you're young, because once you get married, like if I even not even marriage, but if I had a girlfriend right now, I'd be like thinking about her and I'd be like all distracted and I'd be like thinking about like love and like feelings and stuff. And yeah, there's none of that. Like I have no emotional obligations to anybody. So I mean, I can just lock in and yeah, it's kind of nice. Yeah, Simon said Saturday I started live with 52 views. Today, 92 views. Tomorrow, you'll get 200 views one day. Insala, someday, $1 million in revenue. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what happens when you just continue to stay consistent and you give everything to something, is it's going to make progress. You can count on that. There's going to be ups and downs, like I've mentioned on the graph here. But over time, you know, this is the 1 week. This is the 1 month. It's going to, you know, ups and downs, slowly go up. But then over time, it's just gonna go straight up. MBB, let's go. All right. I do not like what Opus did. It's like, yeah, let me do a flippy little calendar thing, but the issue that I have is not, I mean, it made it all animated and cool and stuff, but first of all, error there, but. Interesting. I mean, I guess you could make it so that it does have this, and then you can kind of like pop it up and it has a modal or something, you know? But here's a timeline. Ah, geez, lots of errors. So Opus kind of, it's not done working yet, but we'll see what it comes up with at the end. But all right, let's see if I want to see if this cursor agent will be able to fix this. Okay, so I think we have to deploy some code here. So give me 1 second. Yeah. We are gonna have to deploy a little fix. Okay. All right, so let's pull up this. Also, is our error still, are we still getting the 500? Oh my gosh, this thing is persistent. All right. Oh, did we even push that though? I don't know, we'll take a look at it. All right, guys, I need to do some sensitive stuff on my end. So I think this is a good spot to kind of stop the stream because I kind of have to lock in and figure out some sensitive stuff. So I'm going to wrap up for today for the streams. Thanks for tuning in today. Again, huge progress made today. We were able to get everything up into production. And then also, I think that the verification process is going to be potentially, as we learned, easier than we initially thought, and to be able to do it in a shorter time frame than we initially thought. So if things worked out well, we could potentially have things verified and into production before December, depending on how we execute this week. So let's keep driving home.